The 2012 Stawell Gift, proudly brought to you by Australia Post and Dextro Energy Sports Nutrition.
In Stawell Gift history. They've been walking through these famous gates since 1878, dreaming of glory, and so it continues in 2012. Hello everyone, I'm Peter Donegan. Welcome to Central Park in Stawell for the 131st running of the Australia Post Stawell Gift. And yet again today, they come from around Australia and many parts of the world for a shot at the $40,000 winner's cheque. But there's much more than that at stake on this Easter Monday. There's the chance to join the list of legends, the champions of days gone by.
It's one of the iconic sporting events in this country. For more than 125 years, fans have descended on Stawell for Australia's richest and most famous foot race. And each year, Stawell has bounced back from drought, flooding plains or rich rivers of gold to put on its Easter show. Men displaying the confidence of youth, at the peak of their physical powers and trained to the second, arrive ready to race into the history books. The Stawell Gift shapes the life of the winner and quite often haunts the losers, who can carry a defeat by mere millimetres to their grave. And betting stings have more than just the runners praying for the right outcome. Through the decades, Stawell's Easter Gift has reflected our changing society. Baggy singlets and shorts for the runners, juxtaposed with spectators dressed to the nines. Today, 6 finalists pass through the gates at Central Park this Easter Monday to chase Stawell glory, knowing they will race in the footsteps of previous winners and their life will be forever defined by their victory. But the winners come from all walks of life, like the first man to claim the gift twice, Bill Howard. Or the flying Madagascan, Ravello, who won from scratch. They are recognised as the world's best.
Edmondson is coming fast on the outside. Edmondson is going to win this one. He's right to the front. Edmondson, Irvine crashes the line.
And Linkford, more Dynan Linkford, then back to Graham McNeil. Dynan in front. It's Dynan Stawell Gift. Dynan first, Linkford second.
Some, like Scotsman George McNeil, return year after year before tasting Stawell's success. Each Easter, another winner celebrates victory and perhaps becomes a national hero.
Here comes Ross. He's going to rewrite the history books. Josh Ross has done it. Off they go. Weaver got a very good start.
And as happens each year at this time on Easter Monday, the question is asked of 6 young men. Who will it be? Who will write their name into Australian sporting history as the winner of the Australia Post Stawell Gift?
He's lunged Mitchell Williams and he might have lunged to glory in one of the close finishes in Stawell Gift history. It might be just 120 metres, but it has the potential to change lives, and that's what it will do today, as it has done through history. And joining me in the commentary box today is a man who experienced that feeling 30 years ago.
Racing in the 82 Gift, and Galleri got away pretty well on the outside. Look at Perry in white. He hasn't caught them as yet with 65 to go. Now Perry starts to stretch out. Galleri still in front. It's going to be close. Galleri is hanging on Perry. Galleri and Perry. Perry wins the Gift. Chris Perry, he had to work hard and he just caught Mick Galleri.
And here he is, the 1982 Gift champion, Chris Perry. You haven't changed a bit, mate.
Well, you've been very kind, Peter. I've changed a little bit in size and shape, but I'm still really excited to be here. It's fantastic.
Standing here at this very spot, can you believe that it's 30 years ago that you came through these gates and experienced the euphoria of winning?
I can't imagine it being here for 30 years, but I'm still standing here and I'm still feeling excited. I've still got the adrenaline and I'm still a little bit nervous about what's going to happen only today.
And that's exactly the feeling that everyone competing today is going to be experiencing. Who's going to win? Who's the favourite? Who's the smoky? Let's find out as we go to the betting ring. Ian Cohen, Dave Colbert, welcome, boys.
Thanks very much, Peter. Good afternoon, everyone, and good afternoon to you too, David Colbert. We've had some rainy, some wet conditions. It's pretty chilly at the moment trackside. How do you think the day's going to pan out?
Well, it's Arctic at the moment. It's not chilly. It's about 12 degrees, and we've had some storms, we've had wind, we've had sunshine, we've had everything. It's going to be a fascinating day. I think the weather's going to be part of the storyline today.
It certainly is. It could affect the bigger runners. The lighter frame guys might have to work very hard to get into it. We're here in the betting circle. Plenty of hubbub. Everyone's trying to find the next winner of the Stawell gift. But Josh Chew, of course, is the man who's most favoured at this stage.
Yeah, he was very impressive on Saturday in the heats. He ran the fastest time. He ran 12.15. He's coached by Nick Fadler in Doncaster. He's got the luxury mark of 10.75. He's going to be hard to beat.
Let's have a look at the $3 favourite going into the weekend, Matty Wilshire.
Well, I like the look of him. He's a bit ragged when he gets towards the finish line. His grandfather broke down here in 1958. He said he was a favourite for the gift. He wants to win it for the family.
Adam Coote, the AFL boundary umpire, did some work on Thursday night, and then here he is at Stawell.
Amazing story. He ran 12k on the boundary. The geese just wouldn't let him off. He had to work on the weekend. He flew back down here. He was impressive in the heats. He ran 12.20. It's one of the fastest times.
National 400 champ Johnny Stephenson, he visits Stawell again.
I like the look of Johnny Stephenson. He's got a tough heat draw against Josh Chew in the sixth semi-final, but he ran 12.30 and had a lot up his sleeve.
And Michael Frater, the fastest ever time from scratch in his heat.
Got an open semi-final in the first, but he did run 12.35. It's the fastest we've seen, as you said, here at Stawell off scratch. It was an impressive run. He's a sneaky chance, I reckon, Koza, to get through to the final.
OK, let's have a look at what we've got ahead of us this afternoon, live and exclusive to you on One. We start with the Herb Hedeman, the mile, that's not far away. The women's gift semis and the men's gift semis as well, and the women's 400 final. Over to the Bill McManus 400, and then Craig Mottram's going to be here for the 2 miles.
He loves it here, and it's great to see the 2 miles on the program, and Bust will be the scratch marker there. The little athletics kids have been having a ball. There's over 150 of them from all around Victoria. They'll go around in the 400, the 200 final, but then we heat it up, Koza, and hopefully the temperature will as well for the main events of the day.
Absolutely, the back markers, the women's gift, and of course the 131st running of the Australia Post Stawell gift. And Peter Donegan, let's get the racing underway.
Indeed, Ian Cohen, thank you to you and Dave Colbert. We'll be hearing from the boys throughout the day, and I can tell you conditions have deteriorated quite rapidly here at Central Park. And for the first time that I can remember, we might be in for a wet gift, Chris Perry. I can't recall having seen one over the years.
Well, I've never seen one. It's always been that the sun has shone right on the gift time, but it is freezing and it is wet.
Yeah, well, they've all got to cope with it, I suppose, and it depends who gets hypothermia the last.
Well, I like what Dave was saying about that it will have an impact on today's running.
Yep, no question about that. We're going to start with the Herb Hedeman mile over the 1,600 metres, and Jeff Risley, well, what a great athlete he is. He's up against a quality Kenyan in Nicholas Kipkoech, Mark Blitzavs, who's actually on the rookie list at the Geelong Football Club, so we know that he's not going to be a late replacement today. Alex Rowe out of yellow as we go through down to Ben Toomey in grey over the page. Ryan Geard comes off 70 metres. He's a training partner of Jeff Risley, down to Nicholas Whiteman, who'll carry the yellow and white. Jeremy Whiteley is an interesting one. He won the Stawell Backmarkers Mile here last year, former footballer. And then we go all the way down to Michael Marantelli, who won the Backmarkers here in 2009, and Bradley White, who is competing in his 9th straight Stawell. But this is the man that we're going to be watching, Chris Perry. Jeff Risley. He's got a 1:44.64 800, and he's got a 3:32.93 1500. He's off to London as an 800-metre runner later in the year.
Well, if Jeff brings his A game, he's going to be right in the finish of this. And it's a matter of him being patient, Peter, because it's 4 laps and they've got to be patient to catch up to Whiteley. And Whiteley's favourite.
The good thing is he's got Nicholas Kipkoech, that man, 20 metres out in front of him. He's run a 1:45.03 800 in Milan. Only arrived from Africa at 5:30 on Saturday morning. Mark Blitzavs, we see in the blue there. He's off 30 metres. He's got a 3:43.81 1500 metres. Tall man, as we said, on the rookie list at Geelong, and they're happy to let him keep on going as part of his training, really. And that's a good thing to see, because the days of athletes being able to play football and be an athlete, we thought were long gone.
Well, go back to the Kevin Bartletts and the Len Thompsons and those guys, so it's fantastic that Geelong have let him run. He's going to be in with a bit of a show too.
Well, I can remember Trevor McGregor in days gone by, who played for Fitzroy. and was also part of the professional ranks. Of the men who are further out, Ned Donoghue is an interesting one. He's orange and white, number 18. He comes off 95 metres. Now, he won the Rise 1600 this year, and he's got a couple of fairly famous parents as well. Brendan Donoghue from Channel 7, and also Caroline Wilson, very well-known football journalist. So we wish Brendan and Caro well with Ned coming off 95 metres. And the other one too, Jeremy Whiteley, as we said, he's right in the mix with the backmarkers win here at Stawell last year.
And he ran a PB of 3:54 only a few weeks ago. So he's going to be right in the mix.
All right, we're not far away from the start of the Retrovision Herb Hedeman Invitation over 1,600 metres. And you can see they're well and truly spaced out. Risley giving away starts of up to 110. Michael Marantelli, number 19, also might be a man to keep an eye on. As we said, he won the backmarkers, the 1,600 backmarkers here in 2009. Look at the scope of the start that the backmarkers are giving away. Michael Marantelli, also an AFL boundary umpire. And they could have a big day here today.
Well, as you say, the geese will be very happy. It might revolutionise the way you train at Stawell.
Yes, Adam Coote a little bit later on is one of the gift favourites. So the good thing is that Jeff Risley has Nicholas Kipcoich as a bit of a lure. He is the immediate chase object for Risley. Herb Hedeman, invitation, and they're underway. So it'll take a little while to sort themselves out. Bradley White, the man going from 110 metres, is the outmarker. And so it's a matter of biding their time for these men. As you said, Chris Perry, there's no need to panic early, and he'll be trying to run within his own rhythm and not really be aware of any other runner apart from the man in front of him. He's the first target.
He is the first target, and he's got to be patient because he's run at Stawell before and he's run too quickly for the first 800. So he's just got to be patient.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. He is being very patient, Jeff Risley, because he's let Kipcoich go. Now, Kipcoich started 10 metres behind Blitzavs, and he's probably about that. And Risley is already about 30 metres behind Kipcoich. So he really is biding his time early on.
Yeah, we might have to give him a bit of a tickle along as he goes past the line, but they're all starting to bunch up at the front.
Bradley White is the man who had the outmark, and he leads at the moment from Daniel Balassoni after the completion of the first lap. And it's Michael Marantelli up into third place. We need to keep an eye on him. We also need to keep an eye on Ned Donoghue, the man in the orange and white. He's in fourth spot. As they go into the back straight, there is the start that Risley is still giving away, and he is a long, long way away from the pack. He's about 50 metres off the back of the pack now.
Yeah, he doesn't look like he's moving too freely at all. And Kipcoich, he's the one making the big move through the pack.
Yeah, let's have a look for Kipcoich and see where he is. He's got past about 4 runners, so he's got up into the middle of the second bunch. The man in no man's land is Ryan Geard at the moment. There he is. He's between the bunches, so he's got to run his own race. He's got a bunch of about a dozen in front of him, but the worst news for him is he's got a bunch of about 7 behind him, and all of a sudden Nicholas Kipcoich heads that bunch. 2 laps to go. Risley starting to warm to the task now, but he's still 30 metres off the chasing bunch, and he's about 40 metres behind Kipcoich, so it's going to need some sort of performance. They go inside 2 laps, and the man who has the lead at the moment is Andrew Patton, who won at St Albans and Stonington over the 1,600 metres this year. Now let's have a look for some of the other main contenders. Jeremy Whiteley is in pink and white, number 15, and he has now got the lead, so he's made a bit of a move down the back. Whiteley goes to the front, looks reasonably comfortable. Patton in second at present. Let's have a look for Kipcoich. The backpack still about 30 metres away, so it's going to take a barnstorming finish from them.
Well, it's interesting that Risley's really picked up the pace in that third lap and has now caught onto that backpack. So this is promising for the last lap.
Well, we know that he can finish. He is a hard finisher, and he's really starting to put the big strides in here. He's up to Kip Coach now. There he is. He's just crossing the line, and he's blown past Kip Coach, who will try and latch onto his back. So as they go into the last lap, and the leader is Andrew Patton, but all eyes at the moment on Jeff Risley. He is about 30 metres off the lead, and he's got away from Kip Coach, so he's going to be the man. This could be a spectacular performance. He's trying to bridge the gap. He's detached from the main pack at the moment. Down the back straight, it's the grey and white Smithers who takes the lead at present. Getting up on his inside, the blue and white, is Brady Threlfall. Now he goes to the lead. Let's have a look for Risley. He's 15 metres off the lead. It's still going to take a very big task. It is Threlfall who's going to lead them into the straight. In second place is Smithers. Threlfall's got the gap. Risley won't be able to overtake it, despite the fact that it's been a brave effort. Running on is Bellasoni. Look at Risley starting to lift over the last little bit, but it's going to be Brady Threlfall who will win. Magnificent performance from Jeff Risley in second, and third place goes to Daniel Bellasoni. Well, you wouldn't have had someone else's money on him after a lap, but he warmed to the task, and that has been a spectacular performance. Take nothing away from the winner, though, Brady Threlfall. He timed his run to perfection and used his mark, and that's what you've got to do at Stawell.
As you say, Peter, he's used his mark. He's gone from the 200-metre mark. He's made a beeline for the home straight. And Risley, gee, he flew over those last couple of laps. But he's won a stash at Stawell. What a fantastic run.
And he took the lead at about the 200, Brady Threlfall. And Risley, well, it seemed as though he would have been lucky to run a place with about 100 metres to go. But have a look at the way he's finished.
That is an impressive run leading up to London Olympics. But you can see Threlfall, he's pumping his arms. He's actually having a bit of a look at the finish line, and he doesn't realise that Riesling is coming and closing hard. But what a great run.
So it is Brady Threlfall, our winner. Here he is with Ian Cohen.
Brady, congratulations. First man to take the sash on Easter Monday. What's the win mean to you?
Oh, it means heaps to me. My coach has been over here so many years, and just to win here in front of him, yeah, it's a really big honour.
Could you hear Jeff Risley coming? The crowd would have let you know. What was it like that last 100, 200 metres?
It was pretty unexpected. I had no idea I was going to hit the front there and kind of threw it all out there, and then the crowd was so loud and the legs were filling up with lactic, and I thought, hang on, and yeah, I did.
You used the mark to advantage. Did the race go the way you expected?
Yeah, no, as I said, I wasn't expecting to win, so I just kind of sat there and was patient and got a good run on the inside at the back straight, and then just, yeah, had a crack, and it was good.
Celebrations tonight?
Yeah, I wasn't planning to, but I might have to stick around now, so, yeah, no, we'll see.
Congratulations, Brady, well done.
Thanks a lot, mate.
Brady Threlfall takes out the Retrovision Herb Hedeman Invitation over 1,600 metres, and our program is off and running on Easter Monday. We'll take a break from Central Park. When we come back, our finest female sprinters in the women's gift.
8:30 tonight. Whose stage is it anyway?
You're not on fire! I dare not touch the knockers.
Whose line is it anyways? Wayne Brady. Tonight on 1.
Moving furniture is a real struggle. No matter how hard you try, you need more than one guy. Hi, I'm David Jones, here to show you how you can move any piece of furniture in your home by yourself. This is Easy Moves, the do-it-yourself furniture moving system. Now that's easy. Just lift, place, and slide. The Easy Moves furniture lifter gives you up to 10 times your natural strength. Then the Easy Moves slide right into place so that your furniture simply glides across any surface and then slide right out when you're done.
Oh, wow. So easy. Oh, great. I lifted it and I moved it all by myself.
Easy Moves even allows me to lift this fully loaded china cabinet with one hand and then slide it all by myself. And if you think that's impressive, how about lifting and sliding this 2,623-pound car without any assistance? Are we ready? Amazing! Now it's never been easier to clean in all those dark, hidden places or rearrange rooms to design new spaces. The Easy Lifter is also great for adjusting and leveling appliances. The rubber tip protects your furniture, and the ergonomic design saves your back.
Call Global Shop Direct now or go online and order the Easy Move system for this special low price with our introductory TV offer. You'll get the Easy Moves furniture lifter, 4 Easy Moves slides for hardwood and smooth surfaces, plus 4 Easy Moves carpet slides. But wait, call right now and we'll send you a second Easy Moves absolutely free. That's 2 complete Easy Moves systems, a $99 value, all for this amazing low price. Put it to the test, and if you're not completely satisfied, send it back within 30 days for a full refund of the purchase price, less delivery. But hurry, stocks are limited, so call or go online now.
%50 off Rivers women's puffer coats and vests. Over 31 style and colour combinations. Longer coats with belts, coats with hoods and vests. At 50% off, our puffer coats and vests start from just $14.95. Limited time only.
It's the day you've been waiting for. Focus on Furniture's massive catalogue sale.
This 3-piece 100% leather lounge suite, hot price at $12.99. This 7-piece dining suite, amazing value at $11.99. Focus on Furniture's huge catalogue sale. Hurry in for huge discounts store-wide.
Your face could do with a bit of DIY. You look like I feel rough. You couldn't feel a sandwich.
Don't let your wall turn ugly. Polyfill or large cracks. Fast dry, easy to sand.
He's the new member of the game plan. He's Wayne Carey, and he's not afraid to tell it how it is.
He needs serious help.
So for all things AFL without the ball, join Wayne and the team, 8:30 Thursday on 1.
Conditions improving somewhat here at Central Park in Stawell for the 131st running of the Australia Post Store Gift, and we have bright sunshine, almost like we're in Melbourne. 1 minute raining and the next minute sunshine. Just in time for the first semi-final of the State of Victoria Strickland Family Women's Gift first semi-final. One of our great athletes, Mel Breen, goes from scratch here. Hannah Bassick of Box Hill is from 5 metres. Tara Domashens of Ballarat in blue, 7 metres. Lynette Mattingly, yellow. Rachel Carnegie in green. And Michelle Davis from Bruny Island off Hobart is out of the pink. But Mel Breen, certainly the one to watch here, Chris Perry.
Well, she had one of the fastest times up and was very, very impressive. And you probably can't see her being beaten in this unless she doesn't like running in the rain.
Well, she's had a pretty big week here at Stawell because she actually won Fashions on the Field on Saturday. So all in all, it has been fantastic. She won a heat of the 70. Hannah Bassick, just 16 years of age, the national under-17 junior champion. She's got a personal best of 11.92 over the 100. Her dad actually played volleyball for Australia. So she's got the good sporting bloodlines.
It's fantastic to see the spread of the blocks as they're going down.
Yeah, well, look at Michelle Davis out at 11.5 metres. So Melissa Breen with a massive start to overcome. And just as we started talking about the sun coming out, down comes the rain. There's a really good illustration of the start that Melissa Breen faces. But the one thing we know about her is she normally gets a fabulous start, and she's going to need to from there. So Breen going out of red. Best of the other times from the heats was Lynette Mattingly in yellow, who ran 14.10, but Melissa Breen had her by 0.2 of a second. First semi-final of the Women's Gift. Off they go, and Breen did get a very good start. Mattingly away okay. Michelle Davis nicely away. Domashens coming through with Bassick, but Breen's got them covered. She'll fly by them, runs over the top of them and wins impressively, and she'll probably be the hottest of hot favourites in the gift final as well. What a run from Melissa Breen. She had them covered at halfway.
Yeah, she got a brilliant start, didn't she, Peter? She took them on. She had to make up 5 metres to Hannah Bassick and probably did it fairly easily. And probably about the 80-metre mark, she was in front. You can sort of see here she's used the arms and driving out of those blocks. Very, very impressive. And he comes up alongside them in about the 80-metre mark, and she's in cruise control now, goes straight past them.
Yeah, and she kept it flat to the line too. Didn't switch it off at all. And she was really lunging for the line there. So the time's going to be interesting here. It's going to be difficult to see anyone bettering that sort of performance. Melissa Breen has brained them in the first semi-final of the Women's Gift, and here she is with Koza.
Thanks very much, PD. Melissa, the first semi, congratulations. You're through to the final. Take us through the race from your point of view.
Thank you. It's my first final here at Stawell, and I'm really excited. It was my goal to come here and make the women's final, so anything can happen in the final. The race I thought was really good. Shame it started raining just before, but the sun's out again, so it's a beautiful day in Stawell.
Now, you've potentially got London looming, got Nationals next week. What would a sash mean to you here on Easter Monday?
Well, it would be my second one after winning the Fashions on the field, so that would be absolutely fabulous.
You look great on Fashions on the field. Well done. So you'd like to take home 2 titles?
That would be amazing, but I'm just really happy to get to the final, and hopefully I can run a bit faster and get another sash. That'd be great.
Congratulations, Mel.
Thank you very much. Thanks, guys.
Well done, Mel. And if she runs any faster, I don't think they'll see her in the final. That was a very dominant performance, and we'll get the time very shortly, but an incredibly dominant performance from Melissa Breen, and that all off the scratch mark. So she's going to have a hard task in the final simply because she is off scratch. And as she said, weather conditions very changeable. We'll get the results shortly. Let's take a look at the field for the second of the semi-finals. And it features Kendra Hubbard, who is the backmarker here, 3.5 metres, 5th in the Olympic trials. Sheena Steinert, 27 years of age, ran 14.09 in her heat. Catherine Clark of Thornbury at 24 years of age, a physio, the Victorian 400-metre champion. Nadia Domashens of Ballarat goes from 10 metres in yellow. Kimberly Bush of Tasmania, 10.5 metres in green. And Rosamond Gilden of South Melbourne in the pink, 12.5 metres, a student trained by her parents, who are the ones to watch here. Probably the back marker again, it looks like, Chris Perry.
It does look like a back marker's semi-final, Peter. Kendra has run just a tick under 14 seconds, so about the same time as we saw Mel Breen come down earlier in her heats.
3 gift wins in 2011 for Sheena Steinert, and the good thing is that her sister Pyrenees is not running here because you couldn't pick them apart in an identity parade. They are identical twins, and sometimes the only way we can tell them apart on the track when they race together is the fact that they are wearing different spikes or something like that. There's the green Kimberly Bush, medical health recruiter, made the 400 final and the gift semis in 2008. Rosamond Gilden beside her, as we said, trained by her parents. But Kendra Hubbard from the red was going to be the one to beat, but the problem is she's not there.
That's a bit of a surprise. So that means that Kimberly Bush would go into this semi-final in the off the 10.5 metre mark. She would go into this as one of the favourites. Using a 10.5 metres will be a big advantage to her on a day like this.
Yeah, so Steinert effectively now the back marker 5.5, but the good thing with her is she's got Catherine Clark back there with her on 6 metres, and then it's a big gap to the other 3 who are in a bit of a bunch. So in effect, 2 separate races going on here for the first half.
Yeah, and that's where, again, what we've been talking about being patient, about, you know, using the whole distance to try and get to that line. A lot of athletes try and sprint too early and get themselves all tied up in knots.
What is this weather doing? Sunshine's out again. It's likely to pour in about 10 seconds. It is an amazingly variable day here at Central Park, but I can tell you one thing, those athletes down on the start would want to have done a pretty decent warm-up.
You'd want to have the goanna oil on, or the deep heat on there somewhere.
You can see from the high camera that the rain has been falling intermittently. So Steinert out of white. We'll be keeping an eye on her, and Kimberly Bush in green is probably the other one looking at the times from the heats the other day. Second semi-final of the Strickland family women's gift. Away. Bush's start was better than that of Gilden and Domashens around her. Steinert got a good start and she's up to Clark. Bush coming after Gilden. The yellow Domashens coming through. Steinert over the top in the closing stages. Will get there. Steinert finishes off really well and wins from Domashens, and probably Clark getting up to run third. But a good, strong performance from Sheena Steinert.
What a fantastic run. She ran off the 5.5 metre mark. And as you say, Peter, you know, there was 2 races that were going on in that particular semi-final. And if we look at the replay, she got a great start and has come up right alongside of Catherine Clark. The 3 out markers are starting to get closer, but Steinert, she puts in some big performances now, big strides now, going right through the line. and she's won that by 2 metres. A great effort.
Yeah, it was convincing at the end. Didn't look as though she was going to get there until late, but she did it comfortably. As it turns out, the 27-year-old sports masseuse, as we said, her twin sister Pyrenees has represented Australia. She ran 14.09 in her heat, and she's been pretty impressive here as she makes her way over with a big smile on her face, and Ian Cohen is there to welcome her.
Yeah, thanks very much, PD. Sheena, congratulations. Well done. Take us through the windy, tumultuous conditions you had to run through.
To be honest, I didn't feel too much wind. Maybe about halfway through, I felt a little bit, but I was just focused on getting to that line first.
You certainly powered home at the end. You knew the girls were within your reach, obviously. It was almost two races separately, wasn't it, you coming from the back?
Yeah, I always feel a little bit better starting from the black. I don't know if I was supposed to have someone behind me and she scratched, but yeah, it's always a little bit nicer chasing.
And what about Australian representation? Your twin sister's done it. Is that something you'd love to do?
Oh, absolutely. I've had a really good year so far. I've come from years of injuries and things are looking up and really bright. So I've had a pretty good season so far, and hoping next season should be even better.
Congratulations, Sheena.
Thank you.
Well done to Sheena Steinert. She goes into the final with plenty of form behind her. Let's have a look at the result of the first of the semi-finals, and Mel Breen 13.61. That's a really solid performance. Doesn't look like much, 0.27 of a second, but over 120 metres, that's a big gap. Domashen second and Mattingly third in the first of the semi-finals. And we'll have a look at the result of the second semi-final as well and take a look at the comparative time for Sheena Steinert. 13.61 for Mel Breen, 13.91. Well, there's an indicator of the gap between the two for Sheena, but she's run well to beat Nadia Domashen's 14.07 with her sister going around in the first of the semis, and Kimberly Bush third, just held on for third, 14.16 in front of Catherine Clark, 14.17. So we've got two semi-finals down, one to come, and here's the field. Katie Moore coming from the red here, 4.75 metres. Bridget Oakley goes from white, from Albury, 7 metres. Tennille Trigwell, 9 metres from Perth in blue. Ali Whiteman, yellow, 9 metres. 5 got through from heat 6, so that was the hot one, and she won that. Sarah Blizzard, green, from Ararat, 10.5 metres, and Julia Boatman, the outmarker here from 13 metres, came through that 6th heat. She comes from Ararat. So given the fact that obviously heat 6 was very strong, Chris, and Ali Whiteman won it, she's probably the one to beat here.
Well, she had the fastest time up. She ran 13.73 in her heat, 4th in the Australian Beachman Champions of 2012, but she is going to be the one to beat in this semi-final, and she should set a fast time.
Yep, 22 years of age. She's the criminology student. Amongst the other ones to watch, Katie Moore, who goes out of red. There's Julia Boatman in pink. Beside her, Sarah Blizzard from Ararat, the St Albans gift winner, year 10 student. Here's Sarah in green. So the one that we're principally keeping an eye on here is Ali Whiteman in yellow, and keep an eye for a strong finish from Katie Moore at the end of the 120. Mel Breen's posted the performance to beat. Whiteman off to a pretty good start, beaten out by Trigwell, in fact. The pink got a good start, Boatman. Now, what's Katie Moore doing? She's too far back. Now Whiteman hits the gas, gets away from Trigwell. Starting to run on hard, Katie Moore. Whiteman, she began to lose her form a little bit at the end, but she still got there from Katie Moore. Her start wasn't great, though. She's run around 13.70, so that's a really good time. I think she's probably going to need a better start than that if she's going to beat Mel Breen in the final.
Well, let's have a look at the replay. Have a look at the red, Pete. Katie Moore, she looked like she fell out of the blocks, but Ali Whiteman in the yellow, she's really making all posts a winner here and starting to run away from the field. Katie Moore in the red, what a fantastic run after that start, and just misses out. But Ali Whiteman, sorry, as you said, she started to get the staggers in the last few little metres, so she'll have to be on her game to beat Mel Breen.
Well, it's a feeling she's going to have to become accustomed to, with the red thundering home at the end, because that's what's going to happen in the final. Here's Ali now with Ian Cohen.
Thanks, PD. Ali, congratulations. You're through to the final of the women's gift. What about Saturday, though? You were one of the fastest, I think the fastest time. What experience did that help you with the semi?
I don't know, it probably just made me more nervous. I just wanted to live up to the hype, I guess.
And how are the nerves now heading into the final?
I don't know, I just wanted to make the final, so now I'm good. So
Give yourself every chance, though, surely.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Good competition.
You're a beach sprinter by background. What's it running on the sand that helps you in the grass?
I think probably just the endurance. Like, we run shorter distances on the sand, but it's pretty, tiring. So, good preparation for 120.
Good luck in the final.
Thanks very much.
Ali Whiteman, our winner of the third of the semi-finals. Let's take a look at confirmation of the result and the time for Ali. It was 13.61 for Mel Breen, and Ali Whiteman round about the 13.70. They rounded down to 13.69, so there's not much between them in times. And remember, Mel really did sprint to the line. Katie Moore, great run second, and Tennille Trigwell gets into third place. The final of the Strickland family women's gift a little bit later on. Coming up after the break, though, the action really hots up. The semi-finals of the Australia Post Store Gift. That's next from Central Park.
Prime Time Cops, 7 o'clock weeknights on 1.
This is Zing. Zing, zing, zoom, zoom. It's a really popular thing. Express Post can deliver Zing or any other gift guaranteed the next business day. Because at Australia Post, there's nothing we love more than delivering a gift.
The Centre for Clinical Studies is located within the Baker Research Institute in Paran. They're looking for healthy volunteers to take part in clinical trials to see how healthy people process different medications. They require males or females aged between 18 to 55 taking no medications. Volunteers are financially reimbursed for their time. All trials are reviewed and approved by an independent research ethics committee. Call now on 1800 243 733 and register your interest.
I'm Erin Brockovich. For over 18 years, I've fought on behalf of innocent people who have suffered harm at the hands of irresponsible companies. Now I am working with Shine Lawyers, a firm who shares my passion for taking on tough cases. They've won millions of dollars in compensation for injured people. They're the only Australian law firm I work with and trust. If you need someone tough on your side, call Shine Lawyers. 1311.99 or visit shine.com.au.
The war to defeat hair loss is now over.
Hey, it's true. Advanced Hair Studio has annihilated the hair loss problem with a total blitz that means anyone can have a full head of hair again.
It starts with advanced laser therapy, fighting for hair regrowth and the hair you have left, while strand by strand replaces hair that has been lost forever. That's a total victory over hair loss.
Just like mine.
Blitz your hair loss problem forever. Call Advanced Hair Studio now on 1800 800 500.
Dextro Energy, the new performance nutrition range for endurance athletes. Carbo mineral drinks are hypertonic for the fastest hydration, plus essential minerals. Carbo bars contain an optimum carbohydrate mix for fast and sustained energy. Tabs provide immediate energy, plus vitamins and minerals for muscle performance. Dextro Energy Sports Nutrition Range. Bring out your best.
When a gang kills Michael's childhood friend, the only thing on his mind, I will take him down, is revenge. Brand new Burn Notice returns Wednesday on 1.
Welcome back to the 131st running of the Australia Post Stall Gift. We're in the betting ring at the moment. There's always plenty of intrigue in the betting ring. And just this morning, $500 was laid down on Josh Chew. So he's in with some bookmakers at $2 now. There's still a bit of interest with Wiltshire. Freighter's also been pretty popular. Some $5 and $10 bets laid there. And so too the AFL boundary umpire in Adam Coote. So there is still a bit of movement. The conditions here very changeable. It's windy, it's rainy, it's sunny. Can't decide what it's doing here at Central Park. But from the betting ring, we go down to the warm-up area, and there's David Colbert.
Thanks, Koza. I'm here with the man who's got the name on his spikes, John Stephenson. He's in the sixth semi-final. You've got the fastest man, Josh Chew. Can you do the business?
Look, it's about 12, 13 degrees here today, but for me to win my semi-final, I'm going to have to really turn the heat up. I'm going to sprout a tail, grow wings, draw fangs and claws, and start spitting fireballs on Mr. Josh.
You'll have to, I reckon. You look good, though, the other day in the heat, John. You look really good.
Yeah, no, it was a good race, man. We're going to have to turn it out. Josh ran beautiful the other day, and he's definitely got the target on his back, but we're going to give him curry all the way down the 120, mate.
All right, you go and keep warming up. We're just about ready for the semi-finals of the Australia Post Stall Gift.
And the first of the semi-finals features one of Jamaica's sprinting stars, the 2006 champion, and a man in his 25th stall appearance. Michael Frater goes from the red, the 29-year-old Jamaican. The 2006 champion, Adrian Mott, is in white. Matthew Hargraves goes from blue. Matthew Short from yellow from WA, 19 years of age. Jared Carty Cowling is in green, and then we've got Douglas Greeno in pink. Third in the 2010 final, and Peter O'Dwyer, 25th year here at Stawell, and he trains Matthew Wiltshire, who's one of the gift favourites, and he's in semi-final number 3 a little bit later on. Michael Frater, though, is one of the world's best athletes, 6th in the Olympic final in Beijing, runner-up to Justin Gatlin in the World Championship 2005.
What an amazing athlete Michael Frater is. He ran 12:35 in his heat on Saturday, and that was the fastest time we've seen for a long, long time at Stawell. And we can only hope that he's going to get used to running on the grass, Peter, and start to fly down this track. Bit of a tailwind, so it'll be even quicker.
As we said, Douglas Greeno from Bentley East, 31 years of age, personal trainer, third in the 2010 final. So he's got a good mark for a quality athlete. He ran the 6th fastest time in the heats of 12:28. Adrian Mott, though, the 2006 gift winner, is certainly going to be amongst the men to beat here. He ran 12:38. He comes out of white. He actually wore the beanie down to the start. It's that cold. But he reckons he's in the same form as 2006 when he won, off 7.25 metres. So he's going to be the first target for Frater to pick off. He's giving him 5 metres.
Well, if he's going to in the same form as he was when he won it, he's going to go very close. But they've all got to catch the outmarker, Peter O'Dwyer. He ran 12:28 on Saturday, and he was in good shape.
And the one thing we know about Peter O'Dwyer is he does reasonably well know his way down the track here. 25th year at Stawell. That is remarkable. He's 46 next week.
Very severe on any movement in that set position. So if you're unsteady, put up your hand.
Last minute instructions. Matthew Hargraves, one of 3 brothers to get through to the semi-finals here. First of the semi-finals. That man, Michael Frater, ran the fastest time ever run from scratch here at Stawell on Saturday. Part of the 4x1 gold medal world record team in Beijing. So the breeze blustering, coming from their right shoulder as well, so it might give Frater a little bit of protection if it does come from the right. It'll hit the others first. First of the semis in 2012. Away, Frater got a very good start. Mott was away okay. Greeno just fair. O'Dwyer leads from Greeno and Cowley. Here's the blue Hargraves, the white Adrian Mott, and Frater is absolutely flying, and he got there. Michael Frater has won in the last stride and is going to get through to the final. What a fantastic performance from the Jamaican flyer.
Well, that was absolutely outstanding. You could see at about the 50 to 60 metre mark, he was motoring along. Let's have a look at the start now, and he's got a brilliant start. Look at Peter O'Dwyer out in the front, but Michael Frater is really flying. Doug Greeno in the pink, gone past Peter O'Dwyer, but here comes Frater, the freight train. Oh, How close is that?
I reckon he's got there with the last bound. It is very tight. The man in pink, Doug Greeno, who had a real battle, but I just get the feeling that Frater has nailed him right on the line. Let's hear from Michael Frater. He's down now with Ian Cohen.
Well, Michael Frater's here, and Michael was still just waiting to find out. But your run, take us through. You said you panicked on Saturday. What was it like on Monday?
I was more relaxed. I just knew I had to just go out there and try to execute my race. I know it's going to be a tough race, but I gave it all I got today.
You certainly did. Now, the crowd here at Central Park loves the man in red. Could you hear them? They were trying to get you home.
Of course, I heard it, and I tried my best.
And you experienced coming here. You've run in World Championships. You're a world record holder. You experienced running here.
I loved it. It has been fun, and I really enjoyed it.
Well done on your run, Michael. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, I'm not sure whether they've actually given this to the pink or not. Doug Greeno, it certainly appeared to me that Michael Frater with the momentum had got there. We haven't got confirmation yet. We might get down to Doug Greeno with Ian Cohen and just see what he's made of it, and then hopefully we'll get official confirmation, but we're in a bit of a state of confusion here at the moment. Koza, down to you.
Thanks very much, PD. I'll tell you what, 2 interviews for one here. We've had Michael Frater, of course, as world record holder, but Doug Greeno might be the man who's got through. Doug, some nervous moments here. Yep. Take us through the race from your point of view.
Oh, look, it's not every day you get to run against a world champion. So, yeah, you just got to focus, run your own race. No, it was a pretty hot semi-final there. This is what it's all about. You just got to run through the line, just hope for the best, and it went my way this time.
Could you hear Michael Frater coming? You would have heard the crowd. You would have known it was there.
I thought the crowd was cheering for me. You knew that he was going to come home strong, but I had Potty on the outside of me, and mate, he was putting the pressure on early. Felt it in the middle from the middle markers. And at the end from back markers, you just got to put your head down and just go.
Doug, congratulations.
Good on you.
Doug Greeno, and he has been given the win. Now, that is a surprise to me, even after having had a look at the replay. But you call it as you see it. It was 1/100th of a second. Michael Frater, I'm not sure whether he thought he got there, but Doug Greeno, well, the photo and the judges have given it to him at 12:09. Michael Frater, 12:10, and Adrian Mott, 12:24. So it couldn't be any tighter, and Greeno wins by an eyelash in the first of the semi-finals. But Chris Perry, having a look at the replay, even with the still frame on the line, it still didn't appear to me as though there was much between the two of them.
No, there wasn't a lot to do with it, but I think for an experienced athlete, Michael Frater, Doug Greeno out-threw him at the line. And if we ever get to see that semi-final again...
We might get to have a look at the throw here.
And you can see that Doug Greeno throws at the line. Frater dips his head.
Yeah.
And that may have been just all it needed for Doug Greeno to get through.
And here it is in frame by frame. You can see Greeno just getting the torso down a bit. Frater almost lifting the head up. It is a different thing because in the professional ranks, of course, they don't run through the gates. Gee, I'll tell you what, if I was calling that over again, I don't know whether I'd call it any differently. But the judges have got the final say. And it is Doug Greeno who goes through from Michael Frater in the tightest of tight finishes in the first of the semis. Second semi coming up now. Aaron Roos-Surrett goes from the red. The national 100-metre champion. He's also won the title at 200. Carl Morehouse white. Ben Weaver, fourth in last year's final in blue. ...2009. He comes from black, and he is from Ballarat, 10.75 metres. And he was the 500-metre winner last year. All right, who are the men to watch here, Chris Perry?
Well, I like the men from the outside, Peter. I like Woodrow in the black, and I like Tancredi in the pink. They ran really well on Saturday. Tancredi's really quick early, second in the final a couple of years ago. I think the guys are going to be out the front.
Aaron Roos-Surrett, probably the best athlete. He's won the backmarkers here 3 times, 2008, 2009, 2011. 3.25 metres, though, and he has had a bit of an injury-interrupted preparation coming in here.
Certainly the class athlete, and maybe the Michael Frater semi-final is going to spur him on.
Well, Frater all but got there in the last stride. Hinton ran 12.34 the other day. Hargraves 12.29, so they are in yellow and green. Ben Weaver was one of the favourites in last year's final. He's in blue, Aaron Roos-Surrett. He's got a 10.17 over the 100, 5th fastest of all time in Australia. Off now. Hinton start okay. The green Hargraves got a really good start. Roos-Surrett starting to come through. Hargraves has it at halfway. Hinton's coming after him. Roos-Surrett getting home hard. Hargraves had the lead though, and he's won from Woodrow, who was there all the way, and Roos-Surrett, who ran on really well. But Sean Hargraves, one of the three brothers, has got through.
Well, we didn't give much Sean due credit in that semi-final, but he's got away from them in the middle stages and ran like a great pro runner should. We look at the replay of the semi-final, and Hargraves in green, and you can see he's gone right up alongside of Tancredi, which is a bit of a surprise, and he's starting to power through the field now. He's got 40 metres to go, and he's got that race covered. Great run, really, really strong, really powerful run, and that was very, very impressive.
So the time is going to be the interesting thing here, but Sean Hargraves representing the family well at 22 years of age, former junior decathlete. He's won the Mount Gambier and Dalesford Gifts, and let's hear from him now after semi-final number 2.
Well, Sean, one of three brothers to get through to the semis, but you've now got yourself a place in the Easter Monday final. Can you believe it?
Not really. I saw Matty run down the last one. Thought he was a decent chance, but couldn't get up, unfortunately, so it was good to get through, though.
The first semi was oh so close, but you had that one all your own way. Take us through the last 20.
Oh, I had no idea he was coming. I knew Aaron, one of the fastest in Australia, was going to be coming after me, so I had to push it all the way.
Forget about winning a part of history. What about bragging rights in the family? How important would that be?
Oh, it's very big.
Good luck, Sean.
Thank you.
Well done to Sean and to the Hargraves family, in fact, for having the three boys through to the semi-finals. And we'll have confirmation of his time in just a moment. In the meantime, let's have a look at the start list for the third of the semi-finals. The 2009 gift champion, Aaron Stubbs, goes out of red here, 4.75 metres. Josh McCabe, twin brother of Andrew, who's going around later, he's in white. John Nicolosi, 23 years of age, a physiotherapist, in blue. Matthew Wiltshire, one of the favourites. In fact, he was the pre-gift favourite. He goes from 8 metres, and he's got a reason to win here, which we'll talk about in a moment. Tim Escherbach, 23 years of age, in green. Matthew Eddy, the roof plumber, 31 years of age, in pink, from Narre Warren. And Ryan Camille of Wheelers Hill, also a semi-finalist last year, is in black. But the man that most eyes will be on here will be Matthew Wiltshire, former semi-finalist, won the Bill Howard Novice here last year. And he's got a reason to win here, Chris Perry, because his grandfather John was the gift favourite here back in 1958. And unfortunately, a hamstring, the curse of the sprinter, took its toll that year.
Well, 1958, that was the year Mel Durant won his gift. And Mel's here this weekend, so it's great to see Mel here. But that is a very, very powerful emotion to try and win for your grandfather. Aaron Stubbs, 4 3/4 metres. I really liked what he did on Saturday. It looked really comfortable. Former winner. He knows what it's all about, and he looked really comfortable in 12.29. So he's only a metre or so behind Wiltshire, but I think he's got the goods.
Well, it was a bit of an afterthought that he actually decided to run here, because he's preparing himself for the Nationals, which are coming up later this week and next weekend. But he is such an outstanding athlete. He's run a 10.6300. So if he can get a good start and a good toe up, he's going to be very difficult to beat. But Matthew Wiltshire ran 12.21. On their times from the other day, Wiltshire 12.21, Stubbs 12.29. So there's not a lot between them.
There's not a lot in between them. And the thing about Wiltshire that was impressive on Saturday was that he didn't get a great start, and yet he was able to run through the field. So I think that's going to be a real secret to this semi-final. He's got to get a good start. And he's a little bit choppy. He was a little bit choppy in his action. So what we'd want to be able to see is to be a bit more powerful and run through the tape.
Aaron Stubbs with the shades on, as he did when he won here. I remember saying after that victory, the future is so bright he's got to wear shades, and that's the way it's proven. And he has gone on to become an outstanding athlete. Let's have a look at the result of the I'd get the wind readings for you for the respective semi-finals, because it is so windy, so blustery. and it can change around. Woodrow second, 12.10, and Aaron Rousserat getting home for third in 12.12. So the third of the semi-finals about to come up. Aaron Stubbs in red. Matthew Wiltshire in yellow. They're the main two. On this changeable day, the sun comes out for the third of the semis. Wiltshire commenced well enough from yellow. Now he's starting to hit the gas. Stubbs getting a nice toe up into the race. Wiltshire coming after Camille. Stubbs running on. Wiltshire straining at the end. Stubbs lunging, but Wiltshire got there. Escherbach has stretched into the line. Stubbs was coming home late, but Wiltshire has given it everything, and he's got there in semi-final number 3.
Well, his grandfather will be very proud of him that he'll go in as one of the favourites to win this year's Stawell gift. And he got a better start this year. Go to the replay in the yellow. And he didn't actually get a great start. He stood up again, but he's gone past Escherbach. Escherbach started to hang on to him in the green. He's now starting to power through the field. But his head's wobbling around, Peter. That does worry me under pressure.
Yeah, the last 15 metres or so is a bit of a concern going into the final, you would think, for Matthew Wiltshire. A little pump of the fist. The first part of the equation is done. He's made it through to the final. Let's get his impression of the third semi. Ian.
Yeah, he did it in a 12.22 as well, Pete, so that is the fastest time so far. Matthew, you went in with the $3 favouritism tag on Saturday. You proved everyone right there. You've done it again in the semi. You're into the final.
Yeah, no, it's a really good feeling to get through. I was really working on my start that one because I had stuff up in the heat, but felt really good out of the blocks and then good solid run all the way through.
You've just soaked up the pressure beautifully. Is it starting to affect it all?
I was pretty nervous before the racing this morning, but I just sort of tried to use that in my favour and got to a good start. Yeah, no, it was good.
And just finally, your grandfather, where's he sitting?
He'll be up in the grandstand somewhere where he always is, so hopefully he's a proud old man now.
He might be even prouder in a couple of hours' time. Well done, Matthew.
Well done to Matthew Wiltshire, the winner of the third semi-final. We'll confirm the results shortly. We'll come back, and when we come back, the fourth semi-final, including a man more used to running backwards than forwards, and a Michael Bolton who can't sing. That's all still to come.
The competition at Camp Biggest Loser is more fierce than ever.
Tonight, the pressure will take its toll. I want you to show me exactly what you ate.
What happens next will give one contestant the ultimate power.
That power is...
No way! 7 o'clock tonight on 10.
This is Zing.
Zing, zing, zoom, zoom.
It's a really popular thing. Express Post can deliver Zing or any other gift guaranteed the next business day. Because at Australia Post, there's nothing we love more than delivering a gift.
Zing and zoom, zoom away.
Stop paying too much for your golf equipment. The Golf Clearance Outlet is your first choice in discounted golf gear. Latest products, end-of-season clearance pricing. Cleveland DST Fairway Wood, smashed $48. Odyssey White Hot 2-ball putter, smashed $98. Cleveland CG 15 wedge, smashed $58. Titleist Pro V1 TaylorMade R11 Ping G20 and much more in stock now. The Golf Clearance Outlet, Huntingdale, Fitzroy, or buy online, golfclearanceoutlet.com.au.
It's the eHarmony Free Communication Weekend.
So far, I've had quite a few dates. There's been great chemistry. That's why I joined eHarmony, to find love.
The eHarmony Free Communication Weekend, this Friday to Monday only at eharmony.com.au.
why waste time searching for the best finance deal? Get fast and easy finance straight away.
Found the cars that you like, looking on the net, and I bank balance, looking low, don't know which way to go. We can help you with the cash to get you.
Why make things any more complicated? Deal with the car finance experts first.
Red cars, yellow cars, black cars, blue cars, no cash, no fear, don't go looking far, don't worry about the dough. If you found your car, then you're good to go.
Dextro Energy, the new performance nutrition range for endurance athletes. Carbo mineral drinks are hypertonic for the fastest hydration, plus essential minerals. Carbo bars contain an optimum carbohydrate mix for fast and sustained energy. Tabs provide immediate energy, plus vitamins and minerals for muscle performance. Dextro Energy Sports Nutrition Range. Bring out your best.
These are the semi-finals of the Australia Post Store Gift of 2012, and let's recap the third of the semi-finals. The wind's certainly a factor here today. Matthew Wiltshire, the raw time was 11.91, but he had a plus 6.2 metre per second tailwind. Tim Escherback second, Aaron Stubbs third, 11.91 the raw time. But we're going to get Chris Perry to have a look at just how the times are shaping up, because the wind, well, it varied. It was plus 2.3 in the first of the semis, then plus 5.8, then plus 6. Going, they might break 11.
Well, it does show you how good that first semi-final was.
All right, here's the fourth of the semi-final. Umpired the really well. Now Coote starting to hit the gas. He's going to hang on to it. The red is flying, but it's Coote who's won. He crashes to the track. T.O. and B stretched him, and B went crashing to the track after a thundering finish as well. It was like a demolition derby at the finish, but Adam Coote has finished up winning out in black.
Well, they all just got to the line. It looked like they were going up and down in the one spot for a second. Now let's see the replay here. You can see that the Adam Coote in the black has really struggled to get out, but he's really got the field covered now. And here come the back markers in the red and the white. Adam Coote's, his head's starting to bob up and down as he gets to the line, and he just gets there, and there's carnage as they hit the tape.
Looked like the Olympic diving final after they went across the line.
And as they throw for the tape, oh, there's 1, 2, Adam Coote goes over. And you can see he's probably, yes, he's just got across the line there, but great run from the red and the white.
Feel a bit gun-shy in close finishes after one that went 100th of a second, but it was Adam Coote. He has scraped in. Ian Cohen is with him.
Once again, Adam, it was pretty tight there. Take us through your moments of the last 10 metres.
Yeah, I felt the pressure coming. I just tried to stay relaxed and just drive towards the line, and just really lunged towards it. So, yeah, pretty happy I got up there.
What's it mean to get through to a Stawell Gift final on Monday?
Just fantastic, yeah. You know, obviously still a bit of work to do with the final coming up, but, you know, I'm just going to soak it up and run as well as I can. The
umpiring fraternity, are they all on board? You getting all the text messages from your brothers with whistleblowers?
Yeah, getting a few, and a few tweets as well, so... Yeah, hopefully I can put up a good performance for the whole umpiring fraternity.
And the conditions out there, the wind, just enormous.
It is, yeah. It's sort of a tail but side as well, so yeah, it's a bit tricky, but you know, everyone's running in it in the same wind, so you know, it's all fair. So
good luck in the final, Adam Coote. They're the fourth man through, Peter.
All right, Koza, thank you very much. We should be able to. Anyway, 12.13. We'll get the wind reading in just a 12.17. Up now. Now, James Lobley
From Sunday, April 22nd, Formula One and MotoGP go live on 10.
9:30 Sundays, you'll see Aussies Mark Webber, Daniel Ricciardo and Casey Stoner take on the world of motorsport.
It's Stoner who wins!
He is looking forward to all the action. 9:30 Sundays from April 22nd. Live on 10.
This is Zing.
Zing, zing, zoom, zoom.
It's a really popular thing. Express Post can deliver Zing or any other gift guaranteed the next business day. Because at Australia Post, there's nothing we love more than delivering a gift.
Zing and zoom, zoom away.
When you're on a Telstra T-Bundle, you can get a T-Box to pause and record free-to-air TV and rent from thousands of Big Pond movies. Plus 200 gigabyte high-speed broadband. And family calls benefit with unlimited voice calls in Australia between 4 mobiles on your account. Build your connected home with Telstra. Telstra T-Bundles. Value that stacks up.
Sexy and I know it.
Pump It 5, the biggest hits of the year. Pump It 5, over 60 of the year's biggest hits. Remixed exclusively for the dance floor. In store and on tour now.
BAM presents BAM versus the bathroom. Today, BAM takes on the bathroom. There's soap scum build-up, dirty grime, lime scale, even rust. It's time for Easy Off BAM Grime and Soap Scum. 4 times more effective on soap scum, it can't be beaten. It wipes out lime scale and rust too. BAM! Tough jobs in the bathroom don't stand a chance.
This is the lettuce, hand-picked today to be cooled and washed and on its way.
And the tasty hero to this humble lettuce leaf.
100% juicy Aussie beef. Then into Macca's with a sizzle. The Big Mac will start.
There's special sauce. Some say the best part. The lettuce, cheese, onions, pickles too. Toasted bun with sesame seed.
About 322. Best from the land.
Sped to Macca's with haste, where it all comes together.
For that wonderful taste.
Experience is definitely going to help, so whatever happens now is just a bonus for me.
What about last year, though? Is that still burning? I mean, the desire to get the sash today?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, it's what I've been looking for. As soon as I started the racing 5 years ago, and I mean, it's culture in Australia to still get, so it'll be amazing.
The beach sprinting, the running on the sand, how's that going to stand you on the grass here?
Maybe if it rains a little bit more, it softens it up, hopefully. Fingers crossed.
Good luck, Paul.
Thank you very much.
Paul Cracroft-Wilson, the winner of the 5th semi-final, makes his way through to the big one in a couple of hours' time. His time, 12:14, plus 2.7 metres per second. Kevin Britton running on, Gary Finnegan running on, as all of the backmarkers seem to have done, but they're doing it very late, and that might be a pointer for the final later on. Cracroft-Wilson in 12:14, that's the raw time, but we'll have to just examine exactly what the wind readings mean when we do our summation of the semi-finals. And we come to the 6th and last of the semi-finals, and we've got the outright gift favourite here, a former Commonwealth champion, all up 3 former finalists, and there is the man that will command a lot of the attention because he can't help but command attention.
We believe in the young, the experimental, the innovative, the ones that believe anything is possible, with the impatience to achieve, the creativity to challenge, and courage to try. And while some may question their ability to take on something as serious as cancer, we know they're exactly what the fight requires. Cure Cancer Australia. The cure starts here.
Well, as Stephenson said,
all right, what we have to do, unfortunately, we're having a few little problems with our link equipment. So what we're going to do is recap the last race that we saw, the fifth of the semi-finals, for those of you who may have missed it.
Runners back and line up on the scratch mark, thank you.
And this is what happened. It was Cracroft Wilson in green, Kevin Britton running on really strongly at the end, and Gary Finnegan running on strongly as well. Cracroft Wilson throws at the line, he topples over, everyone's doing it, and he just got there. But as has been the case, Chris Perry, all of the backmarkers are coming, but they're coming too late.
Well, this might be a bit of an omen for John Stephenson and McCabe in this semi-final. They're very experienced athletes. I like McCabe. I think he's a big, strong, powerful runner. Very similar to performance that when Dean Capobianco won. 200 metres beforehand, very similar. But Stephenson, as he said, he's got put Josh Chu right under pressure by saying the target's on his back.
Well, they're going to have to get to him. That's the problem. If they give away too big a start, Chu can going to be effectively it if he can do that, you would think, with the start that Stephenson's got to concede him 4.75 metres. McCabe's got to concede him 7.5 metres. So it's an almighty task. Josh Chu out there in the pink, post-grad in engineering after a science degree, finished fourth in the 2010 final. He likes playing video games, but he's out there doing it for real on the big stage today. All the pressure on him, as John Stephenson has been quick to point out. The man in yellow, Cole Unasa, as we said, former rugby player, so a big man, and that will help him in the breezy conditions. Won't get blown around so much. So an intriguing semi-final. Last place up for grabs here. The man in pink, the man to beat. Chu got a flying start. In fact, he might, well, let's just see. Stephenson also came out very quickly. Someone's going to get pulled a metre here.
It did look like John Stephenson got the bob, as they say, but we'll wait till the judges call it.
Well, I'll tell you what, Chu absolutely flew out. And we'll find out who the break is called on.
Thanks, John.
Let's have a look. Stephenson in white. Yeah, he was up early.
And Chu went as well.
Yeah. Well, this is that situation. It was like Sally Pearson in the 100 metres final at the Commonwealth Games when we had two breaking and there was all sorts of controversy, but they're going to call the break by the look of it on John Stephenson. So he's going to be pulled a metre, and that is going to make his task exceptionally difficult. Now, it was hard enough as it was.
Well, you saw Chu go,
yeah.
I saw Stephenson go, and I think that John was probably a bit stiff that he was the only one that got called there.
Well, Chu's never going to get a better start than that if it wasn't a break. So if he gets one like that, then that should be all she wrote.
Yeah, he's got to concentrate again now, John.
Stephenson back from 6 to 5. They reload for the 6th of the semi-finals. He'll be strong at the end, we know that, but how close can he get in the first 50 metres? Josh Chu will be looking for something like that start that he just had a moment ago. Chu commenced brilliantly again. Now, has he broken?
Pink.
Yeah, they've called the break on the pink. So the favourite is going to come back a metre. Well, he was perilously close to breaking the first time, and they've called him the second. He doesn't like it, but he didn't take the warning the first time, and now he's only got himself to blame, really. He doesn't like it. Let's have a look at it in replay. Did he get the fly?
Yeah.
Well, there was a little bit of movement just before he left, but he comes back a metre now. So he's 9.75. So what this is doing, Andrew McCabe is sitting back there on 3.25 metres saying, you can keep on doing this as long as you like. You're coming back to me.
Keep coming, boys. Well, I did notice when the break was called that Stevenson had a bit of a smile on his face because now the favourite has come back that metre.
So McCabe stays where he is on 3.25. Stephenson comes back from 6 to 5. Q comes back from 10.75 to 9.75. All of a sudden, Colin Nasser from WA in yellow, who ran 12.35 in his heat, is also starting to think, well, this might be within my capability.
I've got a sneaky chance here.
Here we go. Can we get them away cleanly? Very unusual to have 2 breaks in one semi-final. I can't ever recall having 2 breaks in the one semi. This might make Q sit back in the blocks a bit as well. Off this time, Q got a reasonable start. Nasser okay. Fletcher got away well. The white Stephenson coming hard. Q's got the lead. Stephenson's got a lot of ground to make up, and he did! He got there in the last bit. That break made all the difference to Q, but it didn't make any difference to John Stephenson. What a flying finish, and he's through to the gift final. The former Commonwealth champion has produced a blinder.
Oh, and look, he's still running. He's still running. What a great run, John Stephenson. That metre, I said to you at the start, Pete, he looked like he enjoyed that. And well, let's have a look at the semi-final.
Well, I reckon Q did sit back in the blocks, and he had to a little bit after what had happened.
And here comes Stephenson at the 20 metres to go. He still hasn't got him, and he is flying and just got him on the line. A big wind reading, though, Pete.
4.9, plus 4.9. But they've decided the finalists now. I must say, I didn't think Stephenson was going to win with about 30 metres to go, but he's won comfortably in the end.
What a great run.
Well, the one thing about him is he will not lack confidence going into the final, and everyone else who's in the final now is going to be aware of this man's presence, and sometimes that presence can just be an imposing thing going into a store gift final.
And that's right, and that's the confidence. He's going to exude that confidence, and how excited is John Stephenson?
Well, look at him now. He's all the way up at the start again. Ian Cohen, I don't know what your time was, but you were running into the wind.
I think I ran it in about a 20 flat, actually, just to get down to the other end. Steph, you're doing a lap of honour. You're waving to the crowd. You're soaking it up.
Yeah, man, that's what we're here for, is to get this 40 grand. And I love Stawell, man. And when I got the meter back, I was totally upset with that, so I'm glad they gave me because I was so hyped after. And then, unfortunately, Josh, he took a meter, and we were right back in the race. So I just had to execute, man, and everything went to plan, and all thanks to God.
When you got the first meter, though, you must have thought, that's it, I've done it, I've blown it.
No, they hyped me up more. I was going to win that for sure.
And what about the wind? You were running into it. You were sheltered a little bit by the grandstand. What was it like, though, coming from where you were in white?
Oh, man, it was beautiful. I spoke to Dallas O'Brien, our CEO, yesterday, and he won off white on 6 metres, and we share the same birthday. So I said, I got to follow suit. So hopefully today's my lucky day, and all the people in store can back me coming into the final.
Congratulations, John. Thanks for making us do a bit of work to get down here.
You look fit now, man.
John Stephenson, simply magnificent in the 6th of the semi-finals. We'll recap the Store Gift final field shortly. We'll take a break from Central Park. When we come back, the one-lappers, the 400 metres for both the men and the women.
Round and round.
What's that?
The Stargate goes. Where it stops, nobody knows.
This is Zing.
Zing, zing, zoom, zoom.
It's a really popular thing. Express Post can deliver Zing or any other gift guaranteed the next business day. Because at Australia Post, there's nothing we love more than delivering a gift.
Zing and zoom, zoom away.
Dextro Energy, the new performance nutrition range for endurance athletes. Carbo mineral drinks are hypertonic for the fastest hydration, plus essential minerals.
Carbo bars contain an optimum carbohydrate mix for fast and sustained energy. Tabs provide immediate energy, plus vitamins and minerals for muscle performance. Dextro Energy Sports Nutrition Range. Bring out your best.
My team engineered the new Territory diesel all-wheel drive. It's got the power to tow up to 2.7 tonnes. But is it powerful enough to tow a mountain of snow up a mountain?
That's it. All right, we'll be back for more, mate.
Watch me and the guys test Australia's own Territory at ford.com.au.
Every year, around about now, the government announces increases to the cost of health insurance. This affects health funds differently. For example, this year, one fund will go up by 2.2%, but another will go up by a whopping 7.8%. The only way to know what's really going on is to review your health fund against other funds. Not the one with the mustache.
We'll help you find a policy that suits your needs and budget. Call iSelect on 13 19 20.
The war to defeat hair loss is now over.
Hey, it's true. Advanced Hair Studio has annihilated the hair loss problem with a total boost that means anyone can have a full head of hair again.
It starts with advanced laser therapy, fighting for hair regrowth and the hair you have left, while strand by strand replaces hair that has been lost forever. That's a total victory over hair loss.
Just like mine.
Blitz your hair loss problem forever. Call Advanced Hair Studio now on 1-800-800-500.
The new sweet chili chicken and chipotle chicken subs. So good, people notice. Try one today at Subway restaurants. Their lunch envy made to order.
Ha! Your face could do with a bit of DIY. You look like I feel rough. You couldn't feel a sandwich.
Don't let your wall turn ugly. Polyfill or large cracks. Fast dry, easy to sand.
Catch the craziest, most highly excitable extreme fishermen on TV.
Look at that fish, man!
Extreme Fishing with Robson Green, 7:30 Wednesday and Thursday on 1.
Well, on Saturday at Central Park, it wasn't just about the running and history, and it wasn't on the track. It was the Driscoll, McElroy and Dickinson Ladies' Day Festival featuring Grampians Estate bubbly, live music, plenty of activities for the kids. A record 59 entrants lined up for fashions on the field, many of the ladies racing from the track to prepare for the most hotly contested titles at Central Park. Sprint champ Melissa Breen had been talking up her chances with a $1,000 first prize on the line. The competition was fierce. Great Western's Marlene Erard took the prize for the best hat. Sprinter Samantha Samet took third behind 14-year-old Catherine O'Dwyer of Ballarat, but the winner was one of Australia's fastest women, Melissa Breen. We've seen her in action today, won her heat of the 70 against the men, a heat of the women's gift, and then she took out the treble, creating history at Central Park. Let's confirm the result of the sixth semi-final. Wonderful performance from John Stephenson. The raw time was 11.90 with a 4.9 metre per second tailwind. He beat Josh Chew by 0.04 of a second, and Fabrice Melody was in third place in the sixth of the semi-finals. So then, down to action, the Endura Sports Nutrition Lorraine Donnan women's handicap over 400 metres, and out in black we've got Sarah Blizzard. We've got Susan Sinclair in pink, but the lady that we'll be keeping an eye on is Lauren Bowden, the Australian 400-metre hurdles champion. She was fourth in the 400 metres hurdles at the Delhi Commonwealth Games in 2010, runner-up in the gift here before. She's Olympics bound, and she goes off 6 metres, so she's giving away a huge start. The 15-year-old Casey Moore from blue is another one of the athletes to watch, but Lauren Bowden, such a great athlete, Chris Perry.
Well, she's had a big program this weekend. I think she's run about 5 or 6 events, so good training, and she's going to be right in it with the other one is the pink and the grey.
Yep, Susan Sinclair there in pink and the grey. Is she there? Marita Downs, we're just having a look. She is. Women's 400, and off they go, and it's the Black Blizzard who is setting out after Marita Downs, who's got the big start going down the back straight. The weather changing here. Lauren Bowden with a massive start to make up. So down the back straight, and the grey Downs has the lead. Lauren Bowden has an incredible start to make up here. Downs using her mark, leads down the back straight. It's the white getting up into second now. Domashens, who's running very hard. The green and the black battling it out. Pasquale and Blizzard. Lauren Bowden trying to tack on. Once she does, she'll run home hard, but it's still the grey Downs in front as they come around the turn now with about 100 metres to go. Downs leads. Domashens is trying to peg her back. Lauren Bowden's picked up the field, but it's going to be too late. Domashens has taken the lead. Now the yellow Gildan starting to fly on the outside. Domashens in front, and she is going to win. Domashens wins it. The yellow got into second placing, and that was Gildan. Pasquale was up there for third. Lauren Bowden, the 6-metre handicap, way too much. But it's Tara Domashens, 20 years of age, who takes out the women's 400 metres.
Well, what a great effort from Peter O'Dwyer. He's had a win for in the 400 metres here. Tara has a look around at coming off the home turn here. And you can see putting in the all posts a winner here, driving to the line, and she's got that covered. What a great win. Arms in the air, very excited.
Rosamond Gildan and Anna Pasquale running on well. The handicap too much for Lauren Bowden, but she's run really well. It just took her so long to actually pick the field up, and then she picked a couple off as they came down the straight. But 20-year-old Tara Domashens of Ballarat is the winner of the women's 400 metres. Ian Cohen.
Yeah, thanks very much, Peter. Coach was just in there. Obviously, he's over the moon as well. Congratulations, Easter Monday. You got yourself a sash.
Thank you very much.
Take us through the 400 from your point.
Put up with it just do it. It's tough. It's a lot harder than the runs. I never would have thought my first stash here would be 400. No way.
What does it mean to you?
Oh, it's a whole season finally paid off. I've had a lot of good runs this year, and to win something here as well, just top the season off.
You look like you got the stable over there. You better go over and get the congratulations as well. The coaches there, family as well. Well done.
Congratulations, Tara. Overjoyed, and the sash at Stawell means everything to them. They set themselves for this, and what a great performance it was by Tara Domashens at 20 years of age. So that's the women's 400. When we come back, it's going to be the men going around in the ASICS Bill McManus Backmarkers Handicap Final.
Thank you very much.
8:30 tonight. Whose stage is it anyway?
You're not on fire!
I dare not touch the knockers.
Whose line is it anyways? Wayne Brady. Tonight on 1.
This is Zing.
Zing, zing, zoom, zoom.
It's a really popular thing. Express Post can deliver Zing or any other gift guaranteed the next business day. Because at Australia Post, there's nothing we love more than delivering a gift.
Zing and zoom, zoom away.
50% off Rivers women's puffer coats and vests. Over 31 style and colour combinations. Longer coats with belts, coats with hoods and vests. At 50% off, our puffer coats and vests start from just $14.95. Limited time only.
I'm sexy and I know it.
Pump It 5, the biggest hits of the year. Pump It 5, over 60 of the year's biggest hits. Remixed exclusively for the dance floor. In store and on tour now.
Before I joined My Budget, I didn't have any savings. It was really stressful, and I actually didn't believe that I would ever grow up. I had my first meeting with them, and I walked out of there feeling free. Within 12 months, I bought my home. I couldn't have asked for a better service.
My Budget are experts in personal budgeting. Our caring and understanding staff are always ready to help you. Visit mybudget.com.au.
When you're on a Telstra T-bundle, you can get a T-box to pause and record free-to-air TV and rent from thousands of Big Pond movies. Plus 200GB high-speed broadband and family calls benefit with unlimited voice calls in Australia between 4 mobiles on your account. Build your connected home with Telstra. Telstra T-bundles. Value that stacks up.
Introducing PinoClean Scrub and Wipe. Killing 99.9% of germs, it has a smooth side for everyday touch-ups and a new scrub side for tougher mess. New PinoClean Scrub and Wipe. The wipe with a flip side. It's not clean unless it's PinoClean.
Introducing McDonald's new list change menu. 7 of your favourites for $2 or less, like the $2 chicken and cheeseburger. Available all day, every day.
Alonso wins in Malaysia.
Malaysia dished up its fair share of surprises. Retire the car. Will Webber surprise us all in China. Mercedes-Benz presents Formula One China this weekend, live on One.
Weather has changed once again here at Central Park. There is a squall coming in as we have a look at the result of the women's 400. Tara Domashen's 52.65, Rosamund Gilden 52.98, Anna Pasquale in third. And this weather is dreadful now. And all of a sudden, it has blown in to be the worst it has all day before the start of the men's 400. We're going to have a look at the start list as people go ducking for cover everywhere. Not much point in coming up into the stand with us because they'll get wet. Alex Carew, 8 metres. Daniel White, Alakakos, impressive in the heats, 21 metres. Chris Hargraves, blue. Then we go through to Hayes Hornibrook in green, Lanaine Burnett, pink, and Andrew Campbell in grey. They are probably the ones from the heats the other day who might take some beating, and they're underway in these unbelievable conditions, and now they're going to be called back again. But Chris Perry, how are you feeling there? It seems quite comfortable up here in the grandstand.
Yes, well, I was trying to use my notes, but they're drenched. But
well, these are the worst conditions I can ever remember at Stawell in the time that I've been coming here.
And you have been coming here for a while, Peter.
I have. Now, here's the replay at the start, and we just saw the man out there in grey, Andrew Campbell, was the one who got it going a little bit too quickly. So he goes back a bit, goes back a metre. Let's have another go. Off they go in the 400. Alex Carew, the back marker here. So let's take them down the back straight in these awful conditions in the 400. And it's the grey Campbell who leads out at the moment from the black Matt Grant. The pink Lanaine Burnett has been overtaken by both the green Hayes Hornibrook and the white Alakakos, who is running on quickly. He's run up into 4th place. Then comes the yellow Stankiewicz and the blue Hargraves and the red Carew trying to tack on. It's the grey the man to catch, though. Campbell in these terrible conditions. Now the rain at least easing back a little bit. Campbell's not, though. He leads by about 3 metres into the straight from Grant and Hayes Hornibrook. They're going to have to get there to catch him, but Andrew Campbell is going to do it all the way, and he wins comfortably at the end. The green gets up to run second, and that is Hayes Hornibrook, and the black Matt Grant in 3rd place, and they couldn't make ground from the back. They probably couldn't see where they were going in the first half of the race, but Andrew Campbell had the mark of 28 metres, and the 19-year-old has done it.
What a great run. He's used his handicap, and we can sort of see him coming around the home straight. Have a look at them, Peter. They can't see in front of them with this rain, and he's using his handicap, and he's just powering away to the finish line, and a great win. 19-year-old with a sash at Stawell.
Yeah, those at the back needed the windscreen wipers, but that's what you do. You get a good mark, you use it, and that's exactly what he did. 28 metres was his mark. The 19-year-old Andrew Campbell is now with Ian Cohen after the 400.
He certainly is, and so is the family and the rest of the stable as well. Andrew, congratulations. The wind and the rain, nothing could stop you. It was tough. It's good though. Oh. How tough was it, really? I mean, you had the false start to deal with, then, of course, the lap as well in trying conditions.
Yeah, couldn't see much going down the back straight. She's into the face, just pushed through, and so happy.
You had some work to do. They were coming for you late.
They were. They came for me late in the heat. I held them off, so knew I had to do it again. made it a bit harder for myself with false start, but stoked.
Title on Easter Monday. Congratulations. What's it mean?
Oh, it's huge. Came up here last year and back again. So stoked.
Well, congratulations. Go and celebrate it, obviously. The family, everyone, they're on board.
Well done to Andrew Campbell. He did have 28 metres. He was pulled back to 27, but it didn't make any difference. The 19-year-old is the winner of the 400. When we come back, Craig Mottram will be strutting his stuff in the 3,200 metres. It's over the Melbourne Cup journey.
Get ready for TV's next big drama.
You're telling me my son can predict the future? Your son sees everything. The past, the present, the future. My son doesn't even talk. He sees how it's all connected. It's a roadmap, and your job is to follow it for him. It's your destiny.
Touch. Premieres April 22nd on 10 Super Sunday.
You might see a few smiles around McCafe at the moment. We've been making a lot of changes lately, and it's paying off. We've just been awarded Australia's best coffee chain for customer satisfaction. So come in and taste the difference today.
The Titans are breaking free. That will mean chaos. That will mean the end of the world. What am I meant to do? Process. You will learn that being half human makes you stronger than a god.
You're sweating like a human. Next, it'll be tears.
Not quite.
Wrath of the Titans. Only in cinemas.
Amy's Safe Driver Rewards took me here. I can now indulge in a few more pleasures.
I think I know you.
But with 15% off my insurance, I can afford to.
You Rhonda.
Terra McCarthy.
No. You stay. Beautiful driver. Beautiful break food.
Amy's Safe Driver Rewards offer up to 15% discount for drivers who don't claim. Where will the savings take you?
Rhonda is mine.
Buy any 2 4-litre cans of Taubman's Endure and receive a 1.5 kilo can of M&M's free.
Hey, free M&M's.
He's talking about us.
Let me out of here! Taubman's Endure, making painting sweeter.
A refreshing blend of tea and fruit flavour. Nestea, the start of something different.
Well, this is for the launch of our new Territory. We've brought in a new diesel engine designed for maximum fuel economy. Our tests show that you can get up to 1,000 kilometres of highway driving from a single tank. We reckon I can see all my Facebook friends on that. 236 friends, 1 tank. Guess what, everyone? I'm coming to visit. Watch me test Australia's own Territory diesel at ford.com.au.
This is Zing.
Zing, zing, zoom, zoom.
It's a really popular thing. Express Post can deliver Zing or any other gift guaranteed the next business day. Because at Australia Post, there's nothing we love more than delivering a gift.
Zing and zoom, zoom away.
It is a very interesting day weather-wise at the Australia Post Stawell gift of 2012. Hope you're enjoying the action around Australia on 1HD. Let's confirm the result of the previous, the Bill McManus Asics backmarkers final. Andrew Campbell in 47.20 after being pulled a metre, used his mark effectively. Jason Hayes Hornibrook second at 47.69 and Matt Grant third, 47.71 in the 400 metres final. Coming up very shortly, the 3,200 metres with Craig Mottram. But first of all, let's get down to Ian Cohen.
Yeah, thanks very much, PD. Down here with Craig Mottram, who's going to be starting off scratch. You're keeping the wet weather gear on until the very last moment. You're on the plane to London. You could get this sort of weather in London as well.
You got to be prepared for everything, don't you? But it's look, it's great to be in Stawell. It's probably the first time it's rained here in 12 years. They're just coming out of a drought, so just my luck he'll get it here. But look, I think everything is going along really well. I'm looking forward to the next few months.
What would it mean to you to take a Stawell title, obviously, on Easter Monday? Just another little kick along to the season. You've had the indoors, obviously, and you've had the qualifying.
Oh, it'd be great. Obviously, to win at Stawell on the grass here is fantastic. It's one of the biggest events on the athletic calendar in Australia, so that'd be great. But for me, it's all about running hard, getting the training done and making sure that I'm in good shape in August. For the 2 miles, you're giving him a big start. What's the strategy? Take us through the race from your point of view. Well, the weather's not great, so it means we'll be out there for longer, so I've got a bit more time to catch him. So just be conservative early and then try to run the last 4 or 5 laps pretty strongly. Good luck, Craig. I reckon you move wintry conditions.
All right, Buster, well done, and good luck to you. Now you can take that jacket off, and the runners are just trying to get themselves warm. Now we've got a stack of scratchings here. Mottram running. The closest to him will be the Blue Hamer, and then Hammerlock. Patton's a non-starter. Munro is a non-starter here. So then as we go over the page, just keeping you up to date with the other non-starters, Marantelli's there. Let's have a look for the rest of them. Longmuir's not running, Spencer's not running, O'Brien's not running. What's happened to these distance runners, Chris Perry?
Every distance runner tells me they're tough, but...
Well, it would seem as though we're only finishing up with about half the field that we thought we were going to have, but... Well, it's interesting to see at the 3,200 metres, we're normally used to the runners marching forward to their marks. But this time, of course, the runners actually march back to their marks. So Craig Mottram, standing there, has got runners only about 100 metres behind him, but effectively they're 300 metres in front of him.
Well, he's got to, as he said in his interview with Ian Cohen, he's got to be able to run conservatively for the first few laps because there is a big distance he's got to cover. I can't even see the guy that's in front. He's the nearest guy. He's way over on the far side.
Yeah.
So that is an enormous distance to cover.
Well,
and
here
he's just got to be patient.
There's the man who is actually closest to him in distance, but he's 370 metres, 360 metres in front of him. So as we track back, that's the start, effectively, that these men are getting from Craig Mottram, the best part of a lap. Thirsty camel, well, more like the drenched camel at the moment, but we saw Jeff Risley being patient early. Let's have a look and see what Buster can do in the Thirsty Camel Grampians back markers of 3,200 metres. Well, he was simply magnificent in the Olympic trials in the 5K. And he ran in weather like this in the Zatopek, actually, at the new sports stadium at South Melbourne late last year. So he's no stranger to these sort of conditions, and of course his experience is going to stand him in good stead. But it's really difficult in this circumstance just to judge how quickly you are going. I know that all the good runners have got the clock in their head, but it is difficult when the runners are just scattered all over the track.
Yeah, and you've got to be able to, as you say, you've got to have that clock in your head to be able to reel out 60-second laps or 65-second laps repeatedly.
So to try and keep you up to date with what is going on, Craig Mottram's coming into the straight. The leader of the race is about 100 metres behind him, and that is Joshua Sate, who came from 360 metres. Now, he's up in front of this pack. He's about 30 or 40 metres in front of this pack, which is coming into the straight now. And so the race leader is just to the right of your picture. So if we move to the right, Sate is going across the line now, and he is the leader of the race. And any minute now we're going to see him, but there is Craig Mottram going past the scoreboard, and he has probably made up round about 30 or 40 metres, you would think, on the respective starting position that he had from Sate at the beginning of the race.
Well, yeah, and he's starting to move pretty smoothly, isn't he? He looks very rhythmic as he's going down the back straight. And he's been in good form, hasn't he, as you were saying earlier.
He's still half a lap behind the blue. And that man in the blue is Chris Hamer, who started from 160, former national junior champion at 5K and cross country. And there is the man, Craig Mottram, who was simply magnificent in the Commonwealth Games in Melbourne here in 2006 when he had that fantastic battle against Augustin Chogi in the 5K. He was the bronze medalist in the World Championships 5K in 2005. He holds the Australian record at the mile, 2K, 3K and 5K. So again, Sate leads. And I guarantee you, we will pick up our leader at some stage, but he is about 30 metres in front of these men as they enter the straight, and it's the man in orange and white, and that is Luke Searle, who was 8th last year, who's going to go up and head the pack. And there goes Buster Mottram down the back straight, running a race of his own, and he's still about 200 metres behind the man in blue, Chris Hamer. Now, who's starting to make a move of the ones at the back? The black, McDonough, is the man who started to make up some ground. Matthew McDonough. He came from 250 metres, so he's sort of worked his way up into the field.
And the other one that's starting to move is Hamlock, Doug Hamlock in the yellow. Again, they're caught in a bit of no man's land, aren't they? They've got the yellow and the blue, and then we're going back to Buster. So it's going to be really hard for them to catch up. But Doug Hamlock, he's going down the back straight. He's starting to make a move.
So Mottram comes down, having completed 3 laps, and it is still the leader. It is Joshua Sate, number 28. There he is. So he has had the lead, courtesy of that 360-metre mark. But he's got the man in orange and white coming after him. And that is Luke Searle. So Luke Searle's got up into second. And all of a sudden, Sate is about to relinquish the lead. 23 is Tim Earl. So he's also up contesting the lead. And up there as well is Paul Townsend, number 20. He is currently in 4th spot. And number 12 in the blue and white is Andrew Reddy, who is in 5th. Now, to bring you up to date, they are reaching the scoreboard, and Craig Mottram is just coming into the home straight. So the gap between them is still round about 160 or thereabouts, but he's pegged a lot of it away.
Yeah, he's starting to move pretty smoothly now, isn't he? But I do like Doug Hammerlock out in the yellow. He's starting to catch up onto the front pack, which has been a great effort. He's starting to move coming down the back straight, starting to move onto that pack. So is the blue. Yeah, the orange and white. Searle is the leader, 23 Earl. So it's Searle and Earl who are doing the job at the moment. But moving up into 3rd position and moving up quite stylishly is the blue and white, and that is Reddy as they make their way into the straight. So they're the 3 up in the lead. The man in black, McDonough, has really made a bit of a move. He's got up into 5th place. He's got past the red and white. And if only I could read my notes, which are now completely obliterated. That's Cameron Clayton in, or Benny James it is, I think, in red and white. We're working under some sort of difficulty here. The blue, as you said, Chris, is starting to make a bit of ground, and that is Hamer. And here comes Craig Mottram. He's probably gained about 30 or 40 metres over the last journey, over the last few laps, and he's going to start to really power now. I think he's got to about halfway. We've got 2 laps to go, and he's going to start to really put the hammer down. We'll keep an eye on the relative gaps, the blue and white. Reddy has gone to the front. I do like the fact that Doug Hammerlock, he's come off the 200-metre mark. He's coming around with about 40 metres behind them now. We've got number 12 out in front. Andrew Reddy. Andrew Reddy in the blue, and you can just start to see as they're coming around the top bend here, Doug Hammerlock in the yellow, just coming up alongside the red and the white. Now Luke Searle goes to the front, and he looks pretty strong as he gets past Reddy. Number 23, Tim Earl, is in 3rd place at the moment, and the black has moved up McDonough into 4th. Now look at the blue. Oh, there's Craig Mottram, but the blue that Chris Perry was talking about, Chris Hamer, has moved up into about 6th place, and he's moving very strongly. Look at him there. He goes quickly past Marantelli. And also going well is Hammerlock, a man in yellow, number 4, just up in front of him. So they are the men who are really starting to make their move as they go by the scoreboard. The men they've got in their sights, the leaders, are only about 20 or 30 metres in front of them. And Craig Mottram is about to tack on. He's about 20 metres behind the runners in front of him. But that's where the action is, up the front. So you look at Hammerlock and Hamer, who are starting to catch up to the front markers. They're really starting to put the hammer down, and you can see Doug Hammerlock. He's almost catching those as he's coming around the top bend.
Yeah, well, he's got them in his sights, and he's also dropped off Hamer, so he's detached Hamer a little bit. And Hammerlock now runs into 4th place. They're getting the bell ready. It is the orange and white in Luke Searle from the blue and white in Andrew Reddy, and the black is McDonough. Hammerlock has got up into 4th and is running strongly. Hamer gets up into 5th. Craig Mottram too far back, but he's got past about 4 of them. He's just coming into the straight.
So it's going to be between Doug Hammerlock, who's got up alongside the front markers. Now, is he going to go straight past them and take the lead?
Well, you'd reckon he probably would, because he's got to be feeling strong. The men have done the work out the front, and Hammerlock is now going to try and sprint, but he's got to get past the blue and white. That is ready, and McDonough might be able to save for a second kick. Hammerlock takes the lead. He's throwing absolutely everything he's got into it. Reddy in the blue and white is trying to raise a second effort, and McDonough is in 3rd. It's between the 3 of them. They've got 100 metres to go in the Thirsty Camel, 3,200 metres. Hammerlock leads from Reddy. McDonough is trying to peel off their back late. Hammerlock, has he got the kick? He's had to work to get the lead. Reddy gets past him now. McDonough runs on. Reddy has timed his second effort nicely, though, and he's done it brilliantly. And it is Andrew Reddy from Warrandyte who takes out the Thirsty Camel, 3,200 metres in a great race against Douglas Hammerlock and Matthew McDonough. And here comes Craig Mottram now. Terrific performance from where he was, giving almost a lap start away, and he finishes probably about 120 metres behind the men who eventually won the race. But it is Andrew Reddy in the blue and white from Warrandyte. We have some conflicting information, but hopefully that is the way it is.
Well, what a great run by the outmarkers. They have won. Really powerful run by Doug Hammerlock. He really made a running from the 200-metre mark, but it was just in the last 20 or 30 metres, the effort told on him.
All right, let's get down to Ian Cohen after the 3,200.
Thanks very much, boys. Andrew, congratulations. You started in pouring rain. It's now sunshine. You've run in all sorts of conditions. What about the race from you?
It was a great race. I made sure I tried to go out hard and pick up as many guys as I could early on. And yeah, just able to hold in there at the end.
That's the strategy, try and reel them in, but then you've got to tough it out at the end, and you know they're coming for you.
Yeah, I knew they were coming. I kept trying to sneak peeks at the screen up there, see who was behind me, but yeah, it was just a sprint at the end. I was lucky enough to have the legs.
Andrew, what about your training, and what does this mean for you? It validates everything you've been doing, all the pain you put yourself through.
Yeah, well, it's probably my last sort of, well, I suppose it's not really track, but grass/track race for the season, so it's made everything worthwhile, the hard work and all the early morning sessions and the sessions in the vein over the summer. That's great.
And how's the legs? How's the body feeling?
Tired. I think it needs a few months off, I reckon.
Well, Andrew, well done. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thanks very much.
Andrew Reddy there, our winner. Now, Craig Mottram, of course, was the man that was chasing them all down in red. The crowd give him both a big round of applause. The winner and also the man in red, Buster, couldn't quite get there. Take us through the race from your point of view.
Quite very optimistic. I was a long way off, but it was a hard run. Obviously, to come and run on the grass is great. To run against a lot of the guys that I train against, to give them a bit of a head start and then try to run them down is fun. They'll let me know about it for the next 12 months until I come back and catch them next year. But it's good fun. The crowd's great. Obviously, the weather's not ideal for people watching, but for the backmarkers today, I think we've got a better chance than most because the races are going for a little bit longer, which gives us more time to catch up. So in that regard, it ticked all the boxes. I didn't get the win that would have been great, but I prefer one in August, so we'll see how we go. Well,
good luck with that one. Andrew said he had to reel them in nice and early. You just had to try and find them. You had to make contact.
Yeah, it took 6.5 laps to catch one person, and I was going to stop then. I thought, that's good enough, that'll do. But, yeah, it's a long way to go around on your own. I think a couple of scratchings just before the start made it a little bit more difficult, but that's the whole idea of the pro racing. You come and you just run hard, and in fairness, the handicappers were probably not far off the mark. I just didn't run absolutely brilliant today, and you know, I'll come back next year. Maybe you'll set me up and give me a better mark next year.
We can only hope. The crowd, of course, loves the man in red. You would have appreciated their support when you came past the stands.
Oh, crowd's fantastic. They always are here in Stawell. This is my third time running here, and everywhere I go now in Australia and run, the crowd are really great, and everybody wants me to do well. Everybody wants everybody to do well. We're all out here doing our best, and I think everybody appreciates that. And the more beers we have, the more we like it.
Well done, Craig. Good luck in London. Craig Mottram there, the man in red. Dave Colbert's in the betting ring ahead of the 131st running of the Australia Post Store gift. Dave.
Thanks, Kozer. I tell you what, it's that windy down here. I started the day with hair and now it's gone completely. But the sun is shining, just under an hour to the gift final. And John Stephenson, he was $21 before the semi-finals. He's now the red-hot favourite at $1.60. Matt Wilshere, who'll start off 8 metres, is at $3. Then any price the rest. Matt Hargraves, Paul Cracroft-Wilson, Doug Greeno, and the AFL boundary umpire Adam Coote is a bit unloved out at $10. Can you believe this? John Stephenson is the favourite for the Australia Post Store gift as I stand in quite tricky conditions here in the betting ring.
Oh, yes, but you look very much at home, Dave Colbert, and it is remarkable that John Stephenson, coming from 6 metres, is the favourite, and he is the back marker. Can the red runner win? Matthew Wiltshire will go from 8 metres. Sean Hargraves, 8.25, will carry blue. Paul Cracroft-Wilson, 8.5. Doug Greeno, 9.5. Adam Coote is the pink. He is the outmarker, 11 metres, but importantly, Stephenson is only giving away at the most 5 metre start, and that's the reason he's the hot favourite.
Well, he gave that away to Josh Chu in the semi-final and absolutely blew him away. So what a cracker of a final we're coming up.
It could be a bit of history at Stawell, the Australia Post Stawell gift final of 2012, coming up a little bit later on. So stay with us, and if you do stay with us for about the next hour or so, you're likely to see 28 changes in the weather conditions, because just at the moment we look and we see blue sky above us. This is quite extraordinary, and this is Stephenson doing it so comfortably at the end of his semi-final. Just back from that point, Chris, I didn't think he could win, but he was so strong at the end, as you'd expect from a 400-metre runner.
Yeah, so strong, so fluent. Josh Chu got really ragged over the last 10 metres as he saw the tape coming towards him, and as every runner should be running, not just to the tape, they should be running to hit that fence that's 20 metres beyond it.
Well, there's some hardy souls in the betting ring. Many of them have been here and seen it all before, and that's the one thing about Stawell. You do get the people who come back year in, year out, but I doubt that they've seen a day where it's been more changeable weather-wise, and hopefully that's the last of the rain. It certainly looks that way. Looking at the sky that we can see above us from the sanctuary, or the supposed sanctuary of the grandstand, it is mostly blue. So Ian Cohen, hopefully the weather is on the improve as the gift gets closer.
Yeah, it's been an amazingly changeable day, Pete. It's been extraordinary. We've had wind, we've had rain, we've had tumultuous conditions here. The track, of course, has been a little wet as well. The back markers have noticed that the wind has really stopped them in their trying to gather up the front markers. But if you can see behind me, the blue sky is pretty good. So that's the way the weather comes from over there at the moment. Fingers crossed, everything crossed, that we will actually continue with the blue sky, and that the gift final will actually be run under pretty good conditions, because they've been very trying so far.
All right, Ian, fingers crossed that it is going to be run under blue skies, and we do have the track in good order. We have a fantastic gift in prospect. John Stephenson is the odds-on favourite to take the title in 2012. Is he going to win the gift? Is it going to be a favourites gift? It's getting closer. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the action live from Central Park in Stawell.
8:30 tonight. Whose stage is it anyway?
You're not on fire! I dare not touch the knockers.
Whose line is it anyways? Wayne Brady. Tonight on 1.
This is Zing.
Zing, zing, zoom, zoom.
It's a really popular thing. Express Post can deliver Zing or any other gift guaranteed the next business day. Because at Australia Post, there's nothing we love more than delivering a gift.
Zing and zoom, zoom away.
Why waste time searching for the best finance deal? Get fast and easy finance straight away. Why make things any more complicated? Deal with the car finance experts first.
Red cars, yellow cars, black cars, blue cars, no cash, no fear, don't go looking far, don't worry about the dough. If you found your car, then you're good to go.
Welcome to Harvey Norman Cooking in Style. Everyone loves cooking for the family, but no one likes cleaning the oven. What I love about pyrolytic oven technology is that it does the hard work for you. They use ultra-high temperatures to reduce food and fat spills to ash, eliminating the need for expensive cleaning products. There's no scrubbing, and it's a simple wipeout. For this recipe and more on pyrolytic ovens, visit the Harvey Norman Cooking website. Now you're cooking in style.
I'm Erin Brockovich. For over 18 years, I've fought on behalf of innocent people who have suffered harm at the hands of irresponsible companies. Now I am working with Shine Lawyers, a firm who shares my passion for taking on tough cases. They've won millions of dollars in compensation for injured people. They're the only Australian law firm I work with and trust. If you need someone tough on your side, call Shine Lawyers. 131199 or visit shine.com.au.
The world has changed. I doubt anything would surprise me. We are hopelessly outgunned. Mr. Stark, Captain, it's time. I still believe in heroes.
You might see a few smiles around McCafe at the moment. We've been making a lot of changes lately, and it's paying off. We've just been awarded Australia's best coffee chain for customer satisfaction. So come in and taste the difference today.
How did an old bloke like you not get that far past me? We're using the same driver.
And where did you get it?
Online.
You might be fitter than me, mate, but I got fitted at the House of Golf. Oh, yeah. House of Golf. Get fitted.
Whose line is it anyway? Back to back.
I've been cheating on you with my other hand.
7:30 tonight on One.
In Stawell gift history. It is one of the iconic events in Australian sport, the Australia Post Stawell gift in 2012. Blue skies at the moment, a changeable weather day. A big welcome to our friends just joining us through the Australia Network, watching in various parts of the world. Welcome to Central Park in Stawell as we build towards the 2012 Australia Post Stawell gift. We've already seen the semi-finals. The 1982 winner, Chris Perry, is in the commentary box alongside of me. And let's have a recap, Chris, of the semi-finals. The first of them, well, it couldn't possibly be any closer than this. We had the Jamaican Michael Frater, who was in red. We had Doug Greeno in pink. And I thought on the line that Frater had actually arrived, but as it turns out, the man in pink got the verdict by an eyelash.
And what a great run it was by Michael Frater. You can see Doug Greeno out in the pink, getting past Peter O'Dwyer. And here comes the freight train. And how close was that? And he was the first of Doug Greeno was the first of the guys that took a topple as they're thrown to the line.
Now we go to the second of the semi-finals. Aaron Roos-Surrett was the man in the red here, but he was unable to make up the gap, and it was Sean Hargraves in green.
And you could look at Hargraves. He's really put the motor down. Surrett's flying at the end, but Hargraves, very strong, very controlled run, and that was a really good effort to get through.
He had a massive tailwind of 5.8 metres per second in the third of the semi-finals. One of the gift favourites, Matthew Wiltshire in yellow.
Matthew Wiltshire, he's overcoming a pretty ordinary start, but he's powering away at the 100-metre mark. His style is going to be a bit questionable under pressure, but he's through to the final, the Stawell gift.
Another one of the favourites as they went into the semi-finals was the man in black in semi-final number 4, Adam Coote. Didn't get a great start, but his finish was good enough.
Yes, got a bit wobbly at the start, didn't he, Peter? And he can start to see he's really looking for the line already, starting to bob up and down, and the red and the white start to fly at the line. And they've all had another topple, so he just got through. but he was starting to struggle from a long way out.
And it was a bit that way in things to come. Semi-final number 5, Paul Cracroft-Wilson, the 31-year-old in green.
He got a brilliant start for a beach sprinter, and he's very powerful as he gets to about the 80-metre mark, holding off Kevin Britton in the white, and Cracroft-Wilson goes to the line, and again, falls through as he starts to finish, but he got through.
He had to lunge, but there was no lunging from the man who would go on to be the gift favourite, John Stephenson. He actually broke in semi-final number 6, and then Josh Chew, the man in pink, also broke. They were both pulled a metre, but Stephenson was simply brilliant.
Look how smooth John Stephenson in the white. Josh Chew's in the pink, starting to get away from the pack, but Stephenson just beautifully stride, beautifully efficient, and he overcomes Josh Chew right on the line, and he knew he had it. He knew he had it as he crossed the line.
And the thing is that he is only going to be giving away, I say only, but it's only up to 5 metres in the final. So John Stephenson is the odds-on favourite. Wiltshire in white, Hargraves in blue, Cracroft-Wilson, they're all round about the same mark, only half a metre between them, then another metre to Greeno and a metre and a half to Adam Coote, who is the limit man in the Australia Post Stall Gift Final. Ian Cohen, we are set for a fantastic final. And let's go to Ian Cohen as he takes a look at the history.
The Hall of Fame, which is just alongside the track here in the complex at Central Park. Certainly worth visiting. It's open year-round, as you can see. Plenty of kids already in here today having a bit of a look. There's all sorts of things, including some nice moustache work from the 1982 winner in Chris Perry. There's other things. This is the original gun from 1878. That was the one that was fired for the very first stall gift. But in the Depression, they had to come up with novel ways to send the runners on their way. They used to use rat traps. Can you believe that as a starting system? And there's other things, of course, based in the history of the stall gift, nearly 150 years worth of history, including these runners. They were Frank Bradley's in 1937. He won the gift. That's what propelled him the 120 metres down the track here at Central Park. There is a rogues gallery. We've got the man who won it off scratch, only one of 2 to do it. That's Ravello from 1975, and we can work our way all the way along to last year's winner, and that was Mitch Williams here in 2011. But what they're all competing for is this, the W.J. Millard Perpetual Cup. It's over here in this cabinet, and of course the $40,000 thanks to Australia Post. Pete?
Yes, it is a magnificent occasion, Ian Cohen, and it is much beyond the 40,000. The 40,000 is important, Chris Perry, but you become almost immortal when you win here, and Dave Colbert is aware of that, and he has a very special guest with him.
Thanks, Pete. So many stories here at Central Park on Australia Post Stall Gift final day. One of them is John Wiltshire, the grandfather of Matt, who's the second favourite for the final. He was the favourite here in 1958 and he broke down in the 75 yards. How's the heart going, John? You're a bit nervous?
It's a pretty fast rate at the moment, David, yes. I think I'm more nervous than what Matthew would be.
He was impressive in the semi-final. It's a long weekend and the family are so supportive of him. He's got to the final. What does he have to do now?
Well, hopefully win the race. But, yeah, I think there's a little bit of improvement in him. So, anyhow, we've got everything crossed and hoping for the best.
Your son won a race here as well at Stawell, so a couple of sashes in the family, but not the big one.
No, that's right. Be nice to have it there. Yes, we've been a bit lucky. Stephen, our eldest son, he won the backmarkers 400 here in 1980, I think it was. So he's got a Stawell sash. And Matt's, of course, has got one from last year. But their poor old grandfather, he could only run places in races here and he hasn't got a sash.
Well, I reckon there's plenty of people in Ballarat cheering. Ballarat Matt is the Twitter hashtag if you want to get behind Matt Wiltshire in the final of the Australia Post Stall Gift. Good luck, John.
Good, thanks very much, David. Thank you.
Well done, John, and well done to Dave Colbert. The 200 metres final coming up now. Cam Moss from Red is the back marker on 12 metres, and we go out to the limit man, Shane Buckingham, on 29 metres, but probably Chris Perry. The man to beat is Matt Mifsud, who recorded the fastest time in the semi-finals, and he comes off 18 metres and he's in blue.
He was very, very impressive, both in his heat on Saturday and in the semi-final this afternoon.
Not far away from the start of the Redvis Cooper Memorial Jack Donaldson 200. Runners called down onto their blocks. Mifsud commenced really well in blue. The white Dunmore got away okay. The red Moss with a long way to make up. It's Buckingham leading into the straight from Blake and Roach starting to come through now. Mifsud is running on very strongly. The leader is Buckingham. Mifsud's coming after him. The green battling on to Blake. It's going to be a blanket finish here as they go to the line. Not much in it, and the pink has really fought hard. Buckingham and Blake, impossible from this angle to tell. Very tight, but Buckingham, just when it looked as though he was beaten, just kept on finding something, but the green Blake has come at him hard.
Well, the two outmarkers, they really used their mark well and hung on to that lead for as long as they possibly could. So it's going to be close. You can see as they're coming around the straight here, Buckingham and Blake in the pink and the green. Misford looks like he's actually starting to struggle there. And you see Blake's got in front, but Buckingham is really, he just got him on the line.
Yeah, looks as though he might have just thrown back just when Blake looked as though he was going to win, but it looks as though Buckingham with the throw might have just captured it, although it is very tight and we've had some tight finishes, but it's Shane Buckingham and Jay Blake going to the line together, and Shane Buckingham with the throw has come back to win it. The 29-year-old from West Meadows, a cable technician, and he's done really well. That's a tough thing to do, to win from the outside in the 200 metres here at Stawell.
Well, and also the fact that Blake had gone past him.
Ian, that is a terrific win.
Shane, congratulations. Well done. You've had the family and friends get over. You're screaming out, where's the kids? Where's the kids?
Yeah, got a newborn, 4 weeks old, so he's had a few little problems, so dedicate to him. My wife coming up today, Chelsea, my other daughter. It's just been a weekend of luck. It's been nice. Ran well, had a few races and got lucky. Special thanks to Rob Furness, coaches me every week, turns up, helps out, it's awesome. And my training partners, of course, we all go through it together and it's tough.
Shane, we've had some really close ones this afternoon. Yours was a last gasp throw at the line.
Yeah, I had the same thing in the Vets 100. We got called a draw and then finally got a decision. But sometimes it just goes your way and that's all you can do.
Part of history now on Monday. What's it feel like?
Oh, it's great. I love it up here. Thanks to everyone for coming. It's been a horrible day to start with, but it's turned out good. So good luck to everyone in the main race. So have fun.
Well done, Shane. There he is, the winner of the 200. We'll let you go and celebrate over here. We'll find those kids for you in a moment as well.
Good on you, Shane Buckingham. Well, he won't remember the fact that it was a terrible day weather-wise. He'll remember the fact the sun was shining when he won the 200 metres at Stawell. We'll take a break. Plenty more action to come. The best of those that didn't make the Stawell Gift final are next. It's the backmarkers over 120.
The competition at Camp Biggest Loser is more fierce than ever.
Tonight, the pressure will take its toll.
I can't do it anymore, man.
I want you to show me exactly what you ate.
What happens next will give one contestant the ultimate power.
That power is...
No way!
7 o'clock tonight on 10.
It's the eHarmony Free Communication Weekend.
The matches are actually relevant to me. So far, I've had quite a few dates. There's been great chemistry.
The first time you get matches sent to you, it's like, wow, it gives you a really good kick.
I actually had one of the best dates I've ever had in my life. Someone that I met on eHarmony. As my daughters say, get on it.
The eHarmony Free Communication Weekend, this Friday to Monday only. So get started today and communicate for free at eharmony.com.au.
What a result!
Cheers, kids.
Not a happy camper.
Need the right gear? You'll be a happy camper at Ray's Outdoors. Get everything from the backyard to the bush. Ray's Outdoors, for happy campers.
Spoil your feet. Riversoft Boots Ultra Comfort System. High-density latex Riversoft insoles reduce impact and support your feet from heel to toe. Riversoft Ultra Comfort Boots. Over 50 style and colour combinations.
You might see a few smiles around McCafe at the moment. We've been making a lot of changes lately, and it's paying off. We've just been awarded Australia's best coffee chain for customer satisfaction. So come in and taste the difference today.
This is Zing. Zing, zing, zoom, zoom. It's a really popular thing. Express Post can deliver Zing or any other gift guaranteed the next business day. Because at Australia Post, there's nothing we love more than delivering a gift.
The 4X Angels finding a way to entertain the crowd and to stay warm on this Easter Monday. Here's the result of the 200 metres Jack Donaldson final. Shane Buckingham with the throw, 20.34, beats Jay Blake 20.36, and Matthew Mifsud, who looked in prime position to win on the bend, 20.43. Great win by Shane Buckingham in the 200. All right, we're coming down to business with the best of those who didn't make it through to the big one today. It is the 4X Gold Invitation Backmarkers Handicap over 120 metres, and we have a fabulous field here. Michael Frater, who so nearly got through to the gift final. There was an eyelash in it in his semi. He goes from scratch. Kim Collins, the other super sprinter, goes out of white. And then you've got the likes of Alozi, Rouge Surrette, Gander, McCabe, Stubbs and Mott, previous winners. What a field, Chris Perry.
Isn't it just brilliant? You know, we've got some of the best sprinters in the world, and in Collins and Frater, and then some of Australia's best sprinters in Mott and Stubbs and Rouge Surrette.
Yeah, Kim Collins, 2003 world champion, three-time finalist in the 100 metres at the Olympic Games. An outstanding athlete, just couldn't get through the heats the other day from his mark, but Frater was simply superb in his semi-final. And then you've got the likes of McCabe and Stubbs over on the outside who know what it takes to win a big race at Stawell.
And Rouge Surrette, who knows how to win this race a few times as well.
Yeah, 3 times he's won it. And Aaron Rouge Surrette, who comes in the yellow jacket here, add to his victories in 2008, 2009 and 2011. We've seen some blanket finishes here so far on Easter Monday, and you wouldn't be surprised if there's about 3 or 4 across the track here. 4X Gold Invitation Backmarkers Handicap as the gift gets closer on Easter Monday.
What a great shot that is of Michael Frater.
How quickly can he leave those blocks? Frater and Collins both off to good starts in the middle. Gander began well. Rouge Surrette's after him. Alozi's giving Collins a toe up into it. Collins and now Frater getting home over the top of them. This time there's no doubt about it. Frater runs away. Rouge Surrette was brave in the middle, but Michael Frater has come from scratch and blown them away in the back markers.
Well, wasn't that an absolutely magnificent run from the red? Michael Frater, the freight train as they call him, he absolutely motored home over that last 30 metres and just caught Aaron Roucherette on the line. Let's look at the start. Another brilliant start by Freighter.
And I thought too that Alozi in blue was helping Kim Collins here. Collins looked the one, but look at Freighter's last 30.
He's just absolutely motored over the top of them. Again, just that little dip at the line, little dip at the head, which probably cost him in the semi-final.
Yeah, it might have cost him a place in the final, but this time it was so comfortable he didn't have to worry about it. A 2.4 metre per second tailwind, and Michael Freighter has the spoils of victory in the backmarkers. Bragging rights go along with that sort of victory. He wishes it could have been about 20 or 25 minutes later, but he's got something to talk about, his memories of Stawell. Let's find out his overall impressions of Stawell. He's with his great friend Kim Collins, and they're with Ian Cohen.
Absolutely. We've got two great champions down here, and they've certainly entertained all weekend. Michael Freighter, you were oh so close in the semi-final. You did it in the backmarkers. You go home with a title.
I'm happy I left with something. I really wanted to run very well. I really enjoyed myself most of all.
And what have you learned about running on the grass at Central Park, through the ropes? It's a different sort of feeling.
It's a different feeling. I learned more each race I ran, so hopefully I'll come back next year and I'll get the big one.
We'd love to see you back here next year. Of course, it's your second year as well. Kim, you couldn't quite do it in the heats, and how'd you go in the backmarkers?
Well, I still don't even know what the finish was, but it was a great race. I got out very well, and I was just trying to hold on. And I saw Michael coming, and then I just started to panic.
Well, he was doing the panicking last time. What's he like when he gets in behind you and you can hear him coming down the track?
Well, if you start in front and someone catch you, you know you're in some trouble. But it was a great race still, and we're really happy to come out here and perform.
Well done, Kim. Thanks very much, Michael. Congratulations, boys.
Thank you for having us.
Great to have two wonderful international athletes here at Central Park, and it's Michael Freighter who takes away the backmarkers with a simply sensational performance at the end. He won comfortably from Rouge Surrette, 0.9 of a second between them. Kim Collins was in third in 12.29, and then Stubbs, Montalosi, McCabe and Gander in a quality field. Michael Freighter, the best of them all. He's done it from scratch. Can Mel Breen do it from scratch in the women's gift final? We'll find out on the other side of this break from Central Park.
What happens when a plain-flying, guitar-jamming CEO goes undercover?
Lift me up!
Maybe he was a little bit of a pussy. New Undercover Boss US, Tuesday on 1. This is Zing.
Zing, zing, zoom, zoom.
It's a really popular thing. Express Post can deliver Zing or any other gift guaranteed the next business day. Because at Australia Post, there's nothing we love more than delivering a gift.
Zing and zoom, zoom away.
Hey! Want more power to remove stains? Introducing new Vanish Nappy Sand Power Shots. Just one shot per wash, easily dissolves and has 50% more power per drop. For amazing stain removal, first time. New Vanish Nappy Sand Power Shots. Power pack stain removal.
Imagine where life could lead if you won Super 7's Oz Lotto's $15 million jackpot this Tuesday. Live life. Play Super 7's Oz Lotto. Grab an entry from your Tats outlet or buy online.
Spoil your feet. Riversoft Boots Ultra Comfort System. High-density latex Riversoft insoles reduce impact and support your feet from heel to toe. Riversoft Ultra Comfort Boots. Over 50 style and colour combinations.
Are you moving, storing or renovating? Here's the best moving and storage idea ever. It's Pods, portable on-demand storage. We deliver a container direct to your door. You fill it or we can arrange to pack it for you. Pods collect your loaded container and can deliver it locally, interstate or store it at one of our secure storage centres. You can get your things easily. It's up to you. It's flexible, convenient and cost-effective. If you need moving or storage, you need Pods. Jump online at portableondemandstorage.com.au or call 1-800-467-637.
Hi, I'm Sam Willoughby, pro BMX racer. On the track, I always say, the bumpier the better. But for my skin, I want a smooth, clean look. When my skin broke out, I didn't have confidence, and then my racing was being affected. I'm so glad I decided to try Proactive. Because now I've found the solution to clear skin.
Rapid Action Proactive. It's fast and starts working day one.
Chicks dig clear skin. Use Proactive. Show your smooth side.
This is the lettuce, hand-picked today to be cooled and washed and on its way.
And the tasty hero to this humble lettuce leaf.
100%. Juicy Aussie beef. Then into Macca's with a sizzle. The Big Mac will start.
Then special sauce. Some say the best part. The lettuce, cheese, onions, pickles too. Toasted bun with sesame seed.
About 322. Best from the land.
Sped to Macca's with haste, where it all comes together.
For that wonderful taste.
Round and round.
What's that?
The Stargate goes. Where it stops. Nobody knows.
We're getting ever closer to finding out who's going to join the honour roll at Stawell in 2012. My co-commentator Chris Perry did it 30 years ago in 1982. And Chris can take us through all of the things that you need to do and do well to be a gift champion.
Number 5 for the 101st running of the Easter gift. Riddick in red, Perry white, Guest in blue, Glassford in yellow.
Peter, down here at the start, the most important thing is to maintain focus and to be able to control your emotions. For me, this was my 3rd ever race, and I was nervous, and I would imagine all the other guys were nervous as well. But the secret is to be able to focus down your lane and concentrate on the task at hand. This is your moment, and you've got to be able to concentrate. I couldn't hear anything that was going on. There was 15,000 people here. I couldn't hear a thing. All I was focusing on was the start. At the 60-metre mark, I realised I hadn't had a great start. We were running into a howling headwind, and I was getting a little bit anxious at that point, so what I decided to do was to break the rules, and I had a sneaky look to see how I was going against the other guys. What I noticed was that Mick Giulieri, the outmarker, was still out there, and I knew that I was in for a race.
Look at Perry in white. He hasn't caught them as yet with 65 to go.
With 20 metres to go, I'm in the shadows of the post, and the race is still in dispute. What I had to do then was to relax and run through that finish line and hit that fence behind the finish line as hard as I could to get momentum and go right through the line.
Still in front, it's going to be close. Giulieri is hanging on Perry.
As I've hit the line, as I've thrown to the tape, I was confident that I had won the gift. But it wasn't until my stablemates celebrated and jumped all over the top of me at the finish of the race did I know that I was the 1982 Stawell Easter gift winner.
Of some of his fellow athletes.
Chris Perry did it in 1982. Who is going to do it in 2012? One of these men will join Chris on the honour roll. Stephenson or Wiltshire, Hargraves or Cracroft Wilson, Greeno or Coote. Who will it be? We're getting closer to finding out. Very shortly, the women's gift final is coming our way. But in the meantime, let's head down to Ian Cohen, who has a very special guest with him.
Thanks very much, PD. Do indeed. It's a minute for sport and recreation. Hugh Delahunty. And Hugh, look, it's been a magic weekend. We've had all sorts of weather thrown at us. But what's been the highlight for you?
Well, it's been a fantastic highlight of just having the Stawell gift here at Stawell. It's been on a lot of thread over the last couple of years, but it is a super event. It's an iconic event for not only for Stawell, for the western part of Victoria, but Australia generally. And we've got a superstar lineup of athletes here. And I really want to commend the Stawell Athletic Club and Jump Media and all those guys who've put together a greater range of athletes.
Now, of course, as you said, it has been under threat in the past. We're in an Olympic year. Everyone's excited about athletics. What are we pushing past with?
Well, we've had the redevelopment of Lakeside Stadium, and there's been the Australian Athletic Championships have been held here, I should say. Now we've got the Stawell gift. A lot of these athletes are doing warm-ups as we go towards the London Olympics. It's great to see the athletes here supporting this event, but we all wish them the best as they go towards London.
And talking about wishing them the best, you're about to present the trophy for the women's gift. Who do you like in that?
Well, Melissa's been having a great weekend. I hear she won 2 races here on Saturday, won the Fashions of the Field. She's in good form, as the saying goes, and would have to be a pretty hot favourite to win this one today.
She certainly will. Just quickly, the men, who do you like?
Well, look, Wiltshire and also Stephenson was amazing. Put back in metre, and he's running off 6th. Dallas O'Brien won it in 12.22, and I reckon he'll do that. So it'll be out of those 2. Wiltshire, maybe.
Thanks very much, Minister. Minister for Sport and Recreation, Hugh Delahunty there. Peter?
Thank you, Ian, and thanks to Hugh and everyone from the Victorian Government who have thrown their support behind this great event, the Australia Post Store Gift. That's coming up shortly. Here's the Strickland family women's gift final, and the two that we're really going to look for, we're going to be looking left and right. In the red, Melissa Breen coming from scratch, and then all the way on the outside in grey, it is going to be Ali Whiteman from 9 metres. So they probably look as though they're the two, Chris Perry.
Well, they were the two standout performers from the semi-finals earlier. Melissa Breen ran brilliantly from the back mark and really went hard to the line, didn't she? She really ran all the way through, tried to hit that fence, as I was saying earlier, and Ali Whiteman there. She ran really well as well, but she was starting to get a bit of the bobbles towards the end, but going to be a great race.
Well, it might be a little bit difficult for the black here in Tennille Trigwell, because that towel that she's got wrapped around her is probably going to slow her down. That's how cold it is. Have a look at that. Oh. She is trying to stay warm right until the very last moment.
Well, it's absolutely still freezing here. The sun's out, but also Katie Moore because she got an awful start in the semi-finals and absolutely flew home. So let's not discount her, provided she gets a good start.
She's very determined, Katie Moore. And we also saw from Sheena Steinert that she performs really well too. She's coming out of blue. So there are the two who might be in the finish, but the lady behind them, Mel Breen, is certainly going to be the one to beat. We've just seen Michael Frater do it off scratch. And it's great that this event, the Women's Gift Final, gets up to prominence just before the Australia Post Store Gift Final. So we'll be looking left and right. Ali Whiteman in grey, and then this lady, Mel Breen. She's had a big weekend at Stawell. She's already proven herself to be a fashion plate, winning the fashions on the field. Can she get it done on the track? She usually does. Look at the start she's giving away.
Set! Stand up, brothers.
Well, the starter held him a long time, and I don't reckon the gun worked that time, so I'm not sure that he's going to pull Mel Breen here, because I don't think he'll pull anyone, because I think he fired the gun, or he tried to fire the gun, and it didn't fire.
Yeah, you could hear the click, so it must have misfired, and Mel's gone off the click. So it'd be very disappointing if Ian Seaman is going to give Mel a penalty.
Well, he'll have to put her over the fence if he is. She's coming from scratch already, but I would think that there is no chance of that happening.
Just a misfire.
Hi, girls. Work to your blocks.
So take two. Generally, the starter is firing blanks, but hopefully he'll fire a decent one this time.
Get on your mark.
Breen from red, Whiteman in grey. The Strickland family women's gift final. She's got a lot to chase, Mel Breen.
Set!
Breen did get a good start. Whiteman and Trigwell away well. Now the blue and white. Steinert and Moore starting to come through. Mel Breen lengthening. Whiteman's in front. Can Breen get there? Whiteman holding on. Breen flashing and got there. The lady from scratch, Mel Breen, has flown over the top of them and completed a very big weekend at Central Park. She's a quality athlete, and she proves it in the women's gift final.
Didn't she run well, Peter? She had them covered from about the 80-metre mark, but Ali Whiteman hung on and hung on and hung on. Let's have a look at the start. Mel Breen has really rocketed out of those blocks.
Whiteman and Trigwell both raced each other early, and then Whiteman was able to shake off Trigwell.
Yeah, she broke her, didn't she? And you can see that Breen is just starting to get up on the long side and just got over the line in the last 4 or 5 metres, but a brilliant race. And surprisingly, no headwind, no tailwind, so to say.
Well, that's interesting. As we get towards the final, Annette Mattingly in the pink got third. Ian Cohen, it's been a pretty big weekend for this young lady.
Enormous weekend for Mel Breen. Mel, congratulations, and you did it off red from way back in scratch. Take us through, though, because obviously the gun didn't fire first time around, so you had the adrenaline up and going, then you had to pull it all back.
Yeah, it's been an amazing weekend, and I couldn't be happier right now. Thank you for everyone coming out and supporting Stawell. It's wonderful to see you out. I know it's been a bit of a topsy-turvy day with the weather, but thank you all for coming out and supporting. I appreciate it very much.
So when you line them up on the mantelpiece, which Sasha's going to get there first, the Fashions on the Field one or the women's gift?
Most definitely this one. I didn't know that I'd won. I was just very focused on that line. I didn't look across, and I'm just really, really happy. So thank you very much.
How hard is it from Red, obviously, when you have to zone out those other runners that have got such a mark on you?
It is. My goal this weekend was just to run relaxed, and I ran really well, and it's great prep for next weekend as our national champs, and then I head off overseas to hopefully qualify for the Olympics. So everyone keep their fingers crossed for me, please. I have to run 11:29 before the 11th of June, so keep your fingers crossed, everyone, please.
Well, good luck with the A qualifier. Big weekend here at Stawell for you. Well done, Mel.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
She's an outstanding athlete. Melissa Breen takes out the women's gift final, and we will keep our fingers crossed for that qualifying time, and hopefully she'll be heading to London later in the year. 13:91 the time for Melissa Breen. Ali Whiteman, brave second, 13:99, and Lynette Mattingly in 14:03. That's the result of the women's gift final, and so that paves the way. It's going to be either Stephenson or Wiltshire, Hargraves or Cracroft-Wilson, Greeno or Coote. The Australia Post Stawell gift final is just around the corner. That's next at Central Park.
War isn't something to laugh about.
Will you lay off the wisecracks for just 5 minutes?
But this mob manager...
Can't you ever be serious? I tried it once, everybody laughed.
And weeknights on One, they're all back. Hawkeye, Radar, Klinger, Hot Lips.
Oh, sorry, baby.
Major to you.
Why, sorry, Major Baby.
And that unforgettable theme tune. Classic comedy that never gets old. MASH, 6 o'clock weeknights on One.
Hi, I'm Sam Willoughby, pro BMX racer. On the track, I always say, the bumpier the better. But for my skin, I want a smooth, clean look. When my skin broke out, I didn't have confidence, and then my racing was being affected. I'm so glad I decided to try Proactive, because now I've found the solution to clear skin.
Rapid Action Proactive. It's fast and starts working day one.
Chicks dig clear skin. Use Proactive to show your smooth side.
My team engineered the new Territory diesel all-wheel drive. It's got the power to tow up to 2.7 tonnes. But is it powerful enough to tow a mountain of snow up a mountain?
That's it.
All right, we'll be back for more, mate.
Watch me and the guys test Australia's own Territory at ford.com.au.
The carbon tax is coming and solar rebates are changing soon. What are Australian families doing about it?
At first, I'll admit, we were sceptical about the benefits of going solar. That's why we called True Value Solar. That was 2 years ago. Since then, we haven't received a single power bill.
Fight back with True Value Solar's best ever expandable package. Get a huge upgradable inverter. It's not a 1.5, not a 2 or even a 4, but a ridiculously huge 5 kilowatt upgradable inverter. 8 190 watt panels plus home energy monitor for a never seen before price of $25.87. With solar rebates changing, you could be paying more than double for this system very soon. Offer ends April 27th. Don't miss True Value Solar's best ever expandable package. Call 13 Solar today.
The war to defeat hair loss is now over.
Hey, it's true. Advanced Hair Studio has annihilated the hair loss problem with a total blitz that means anyone can have a full head of hair again.
It starts with advanced laser therapy, fighting for hair regrowth and the hair you have left, while strand by strand replaces hair that has been lost forever. That's a total victory over hair loss.
Just like mine.
Blitz your hair loss problem forever. Call Advanced Hair Studio now on 1-800-800-500.
I'm Erin Brockovich. For over 18 years, I've fought on behalf of innocent people who have suffered harm at the hands of irresponsible companies. Now I am working with Shine Lawyers, a firm who shares my passion for taking on tough cases. They've won millions of dollars in compensation for injured people. They're the only Australian law firm I work with and trust. If you need someone tough on your side, call Shine Lawyers. 131199 or visit shine.com.au.
Introducing McDonald's new list change menu.
7 of your favourites for $2 or less, like $1 fries. Available all day, every day.
Well, we are right in the middle of the crowd here at Central Park for the 131st running of the Australia Post Stall Gift, and we're not far away from the final time. The commercial manager with Australia Post is Dennis Atakador, and Dennis, obviously great to have Aussie Post on again. You've been such a strong supporter over a decade now.
Ian, we've been part of the Stall Gift for 18 years now. We're really proud to be part of this event. The Stall Gift is so iconic to regional and remote Australia. We're just proud to be part of it.
And Dennis, going forward, of course, you're also wanting to be a part of it for next year as well. Your support's unbelievable.
Thank you. Our commitment to regional and remote Australia is really strong. Our customers and really how we're involved with them is terrific. And we're involved for next year as well, for our 19th year. It's good to be back.
And Dennis, I know it's really important for a lot of regional and rural customers, obviously, that use Australia Post.
Yeah, it is. For your gifts and for e-commerce and all facets of your life, Australia Post can really help. And in our small way, we're supporting the gift, but also regional Australia.
Now, it's been a wonderful weekend. You enjoy getting here as well?
Yeah, love being here. The family have had a great time. We've had some guests and some customers that have really enjoyed the Stall Gift and the Grampian Shire. It's been a tough race as well, some good racing. So the winner will be interesting today.
Who do you like, John Stephenson?
John Stephenson was really strong. I think he'll win it today.
Well done, Dennis, and thanks again for your support.
Thank you. Thanks, Ian.
Dennis Atakador from Australia Post, and they're going to be back here again next year for their 19th year supporting the Australia Post Stall Gift. Peter?
And that is fantastic news, Ian Cohen. Thank you to Dennis and all at Australia Post. Well, the big one is just around the corner. Let's recap the semi-finals and see how the 6 men have made it through for their tilt at glory. And in the first of the semi-finals, it could not have been closer. That man, Michael Frater, looked for all the world as though he might have the momentum, but the pink, Douglas Greeno, held him off.
We can see the pink coming up alongside the black runner in Peter O'Dwyer, but here comes the freight train. Greeno's really striding out to try and get to that line, and he just makes it. He actually does a really good throw for the line to get through.
And that might have been the difference between a place in the final and not. The second semi-final, Aaron Roos-Surrett way back in red, but it was Sean Hargraves in green, the man to watch.
This is a really impressive performance, really controlled, really consistent all the way through, and he's got the field covered from about the 60 to 70 metre mark and goes through and strides through to the final.
Semi-final number 3. Matthew Wiltshire's grandfather, John, did his hamstring in 1958 when he was the gift favourite, but Matthew Wiltshire is looking to make amends for that today. He's in yellow here.
He's very powerful but very untidy in his running action, and he's really just starting to struggle to get to the line, but he has run a fast time. So if he can get that action under control, he's going to be right in it.
On Thursday night, Adam Coote was a boundary umpire in the Brisbane-Carlton match, but he swapped that outfit for the black outfit today, and he just got there.
Off the 11 metre mark, he has used that mark to perfection. You can see the red and the white starting to come at him, but he has just held on. And again, we had all these tumbles, didn't we, Pete, as they all threw for the line?
Yeah, well, it was all coming down to the last metre or so because the backmarkers were starting to fly home, and Paul Cracroft-Wilson in green had to worry about that as well in semi-final 5.
The beach sprinter from New Zealand has really started to put the power down. Kevin Britton, who's one of the early favourites, couldn't quite get there, and Cracroft-Wilson has, well, literally flown across the line.
Yeah, and a crash landing. And then in the 6th of the semi-finals, Stephenson in white got pulled a metre for a break, but it didn't make any difference. This was breathtaking.
This was an unbelievable performance by John Stephenson. The favourite Josh Chew's out in front. Here comes Stephenson. He's flying in the last 15 metres and gets across the line, and he knew probably right on the line that he had won it.
And that is what has made him the odds-on favourite for the Australia Post Stall Gift. John Stephenson will be the backmarker of the 6 on 6 metres, giving away up to 5 metres start to Adam Coote out there in the pink. 6 men about to run for glory in the Australia Post Stall Gift final. That is coming up very shortly. Let's get down to Ian Cohen.
Thanks very much, Peter. You're right. Someone who's going to write their name in history at the Australia Post stall gift, but at the moment they're writing the name up on the betting sheet. And as you can see, Johnny Stephenson, $1.55 at the moment. He has just raced into favouritism on the back of that semi-final run. Wiltshire was a $3 favourite early on at the start of the weekend. He remains there. Hargraves is at $7, and then you go out the back door to Cracroft Wilson at 13. Also Greeno at 10, and our AFL boundary umpire in Adam Coote also at $10. But all the money at the moment is coming for our national 400-metre champion, Johnny Stephenson. He's with Dave Colbert right now.
Thanks, Cozer. Well, he's prancing around. I've got to keep up with him. John, you're in the final. You're the favourite. It's amazing.
Yeah, you know, when the bright lights come on, the monster come out, so it's time to show, and I'm feeling very confident, man.
One tip, don't break. You broke in the semi-final. Can't afford to do it again here.
Yeah, we focus, man. We know what to do.
OK, there's a lot of guys here. You're racing for a place in history. Good luck to all of you. The Australia Post Stallgate Finals about to begin.
6 men to run for $40,000 and a place on the honour roll, and that is about as focused as you are likely to see John Stephenson. Normally such an ebullient character, but he knows he's got a job to do, and so now it's time to focus on the 120 metres that they face from the gates to the start, and then the reverse as they run for glory, a lot of cash and a place in history. And these are nervous moments, Chris Perry, when they're introduced to the dignitaries, probably something that they'd prefer not to do. It all goes along with being a part of it, but your mind's basically a blank when all of these things go on, I guess.
Well, as I say, we did that piece earlier about what it was like for me 30 years ago, and this is a nerve-wracking moment. You're waiting to get down to the blocks. You know that you have to do this. You have to shake all the dignitaries' hands, but you really want to get going. But how focused was John Stephenson?
Well, I was just about to make that point as Adam Coote, the boundary umpire, makes his way up to the start from 11 metres. He wears the pink today. As we said, more used to running backwards than forwards. He didn't get a great start in his semi-final. He's going to need to overcome that. Douglas Greeno, one of two 31-year-olds, is making his way up towards the blocks. 9.5 metres is his mark. Trained by Todd Ireland, who is a perennial performer here at Stawell, a man who has made numerous finals here. There is Paul Cracroft Wilson, the other 31-year-old from the Gold Coast, trained by Ryan Hoffman, born in New Zealand. Sean Hargraves, there were 3 of the Hargraves boys in the semi-finals, and he is the one to make it through. John Henry is the man who looks after him. Then we come down to Matthew Wiltshire. His grandfather, the gift favourite in 1958, pulled a hamstring. Can he make amends for the family? And here's the welcome for John Stephenson. They love the Red Runner at Stawell, and he has the opportunity of adding the Stawell gift to his already illustrious athletic record. How much is his experience at the top level going to mean in the next 2 or 3 minutes?
I think it's worth a metre on the track, to be honest. I think that the fact that he is able to simply put all the nerves aside. Do you know what I liked what he was doing? As the other runners were being introduced, he clapped them. And, you know, he is focused, he's respectful for the other runners, but he knows what to do. And I'm really impressed with the way he's conducted himself in the last few minutes. And you can see in the mark here, he's off the 6 metre mark. He was talking about Dallas O'Brien, who won it in 1983, running it off 6 metres as well. And he's got to give Matthew Wiltshire 2 metres head start. Now, we saw in the semi-final that wouldn't represent a problem, but these guys are at the peak of their form. And then you've got that bunch of guys, 8, as you're saying, 8, 8.5, that are all going to be fighting each other, with Adam Coote sitting out on 11.
So Wiltshire, Hargraves, Cracroft, Wilson, the white, blue and yellow have half a metre between them. Greeno's got a bit of a start on them.
I give you the command, and when I call you to the set, I am going to hold till everyone is firmly set. Now, I'm going to be very severe on any movement in the set position. So if you are unsteady, put up your hand.
Coote's the man that they've all got to chase out at 11 metres. Stephenson giving away up to 5 metres start.
Walk your blocks!
W.J. Millard won it in 1878. They've been coming here and running for glory ever since. It's only about 12 seconds, but it can be a life changer. The 2012 Australia Post Stawell Gift Final. Stephenson commenced quickly. Coote got a really good start. The blue Hargraves also began well. Wiltshire now starting to come. Can Stephenson get there? Wiltshire, he's going to do it for his granddad. Wiltshire wins. Stephenson pulls up short. Matthew Wiltshire at 20 years of age has done something his granddad couldn't do back in 1958.
Well, he has blown them away. John Stephenson pulled up in the final. Not quite sure what happened to John, but Matt Wiltshire has absolutely blown that final out of the water. You can see him celebrating with Peter O'Dwyer, and what an absolute fantastic result for the family, the Wiltshire family. His grandfather will probably try and get in there somewhere, but maybe not quite in the thrust and the parry of all that celebration. What a great moment for Matthew Wiltshire. Peter, he won that quite convincingly. He absolutely blew them away.
Stephenson pulling up short. We'll have to have another look at the replay, but let's have a look at it now. Stephenson's start was good. Coote got a reasonable start, but the blue was the one, Hargraves, who looked the one, and then he towed Wiltshire up into the race.
Yeah, and right at this point, Johnny Stephenson knows he can't win it, and Wiltshire has just gone away and won really well, and something he hadn't done all weekend, so he saved it for the final, was running powerfully. He's showed a bit of elation throwing his hands around, but that was absolutely fantastic over that last 40 metres.
And why wouldn't you do it? Why wouldn't you show emotion? And look at the scenes of joy down there. It's remarkable to think that it was 1958 when this family thought that they probably had the best chance of getting the Wiltshire name on the honour roll, and look at that. Doesn't that say something about Stawell?
Well, half of Ballarat are there too, Peter. That's the...
Half of Ballarat are down there on the track, and Ian Cohen is with the Stawell Gift champion.
Matthew, congratulations. You're the 2012 Australia Post Stawell Gift winner. You got tears in your eyes. Tell us what it means.
Oh, so much. All the work I've put into this.
Here's your grandfather. 58 years ago, he tried to do it. He pulled a hamstring. Now Matthew Wiltshire's completed the family fairy tale. Matthew, stay in here. What's it mean? What's it mean?
Oh, it means the world to me. I can't believe I got up. That's so good. It just, for everyone, I just know how much it means to Pete and Dad and Warwick. I'm so emotional. It's just, I've been training for this for so long. So much hard work.
And Granddad, what's it mean to you?
Thrilled to the back teeth. Terrific.
58 years ago, you tried. The hamstring let you down.
And failed, yeah.
But your boy here, how proud are you?
He's made up for all that.
Matthew, I'll keep you for a moment because I know that you want to give your granddad a big hug, but most of Ballarat's here to celebrate with you and for you. Your name's part of history.
Oh, it's just so good. Like, I had so much support behind me. As you can tell by everyone that's come down just to watch. To get up in front of all them, it just makes me so happy, and it's just the best feeling in the world. I can't describe it.
When did you know it was yours? When did you think, I've done it?
Tonight to cross the line, I was just waiting for Stephenson to come up and pass me. So, and I had the worst start, so shit. Like, I got out and I was like, oh, no, here we go. But then I decided, no, I had good acceleration and just composed myself and kept running and made it through. And it's just the best feeling ever.
You've had to deal with the favouritism coming in. The $3 was already next to your name. How have you done that psychologically?
Oh, it did put a bit more pressure on me, but it also made me more confident knowing that people out there were backing me. And I don't know. I don't really think of anything to say. I'm just so happy.
You are. You've still got the tears. What's it mean for the family? What's your grandfather said to you? Did he say to you anything this morning to get you over the line?
No, the first time I saw him was just then, which was so emotional when he came over and he's crying. And it means so much to know all of the family, like Dad and Mum. Dad's been bloody massaging me every night for like the last month and come to train and support me, so I know how much it means to him. So it's just the best.
Peter, there he is, the 2012 Australia Post Stawell Gift winner, and he's done it in style.
Rarely had the emotions been more on display at Stawell than today. Matthew Wiltshire makes a family proud with victory at Central Park. We'll be back with more shortly. As we go to the break, we confirm the result. 12 dead for Matthew Wiltshire, and he wins at Stawell in 2012. Back at Central Park in just a moment.
Malaysia dished up its fair share of surprises. Retire the car. Will Webber surprised us all in China. Mercedes-Benz presents Formula One China this weekend, live on One.
This is the lettuce, hand-picked today to be cooled and washed and on its way.
And the tasty hero to this humble lettuce leaf.
100%. Juicy Aussie beef. Then into Macca's with a sizzle. The Big Mac will start.
Their special sauce. Some say the best part. The lettuce, cheese, onions, pickles too. Toasted bun with sesame seed.
About 322. Best from the land.
Sped to Macca's with haste, where it all comes together.
For that wonderful taste.
It's the eHarmony Free Communication Weekend.
So far, I've had quite a few dates. There's been great chemistry. That's why I joined eHarmony, to find love.
The eHarmony Free Communication Weekend, this Friday to Monday only at eharmony.com.au.
Tired of paying excessive power bills? Aspire Solar makes it easy to beat those bills, improve your home value and help the planet you and your family live on. Aspire Solar provides high-end affordable solar systems across Australia with simple finance options available. Government incentives are reducing soon. Visit aspiresolar.com.au or call 1300 433 433. Aspire Solar, making a difference.
With Dodo. With Dodo's unlimited ADSL2 offer, there's no bundling and no limits. For only $39.90 per month, you get unlimited ADSL2 broadband. Call today on 13 Dodo.
Let's play with the Blockbuster Easter Play Pack. Pick 3 new release movies and 2 weeklies, plus your choice of 2 snacks or drinks, all for only $14.95. With all the best new releases like Puss in Boots, Judy Moody and the Not Bummer Summer, and Jack and Jill. Heaps of snacks and walls of movies to choose from. Your Easter entertainment is complete. Let's play with the Blockbuster Easter Play Pack. Terms and conditions apply at participating stores only. See in store for details. Blockbuster, the greatest entertainment value in town.
Spoil your feet. Riversoft Boots Ultra Comfort System. High-density latex Riversoft insoles reduce impact and support your feet from heel to toe. Riversoft Ultra Comfort Boots. Over 50 style and colour combinations.
This is Zing. Zing, zing, zoom, zoom. It's a really popular thing. Express Post can deliver Zing or any other gift guaranteed the next business day. Because at Australia Post, there's nothing we love more than delivering a gift.
8:30 tonight. Whose stage is it anyway?
You're not on fire! I dare not touch the knockers.
Whose line is it anyways? Wayne Brady. Tonight on One.
Well, there's an enormous crowd out here in the middle of Central Park, and one man who's also in the middle is our General Manager for the commercial sales at Australia Post, Dennis Atakador. Dennis, you got a nice big cheque there, and you got the man that is the 2012 Australia Post Stawell Gift winner next year.
Thanks, Ian. Matt, what a sensational race. You were super quick. And on behalf of Australia Post, it gives me great pleasure to present to you a cheque for $40,000. Congratulations.
There we go. Matt's going to take it. There's a handshake. Well done. And the coach as well in there, Peter O'Dwyer. Let's have a look at that. Matt, what's it been?
Oh, so much, like $40,000. Like, Jesus Christ. Don't really just win that every day. So.
Now, I want a word with your coach, because he's still running. He's done this sort of thing 25 times. But, Peter, for you, you've got a marvellous stable, obviously, out at Ballarat. What's this win mean for you?
Oh, this is just the pinnacle, you know.
can't do it yourself, then you can train someone to do it. And Maddie's been terrific. He's done everything right. He's just a terrific family, terrific kid, and we've got a terrific group. And it's just awesome to be part of such a win like this.
You're going to cut him some slack now? Can he slacken off a bit?
Yeah, I think he can. He hasn't had a drink, and he's been watching his diet for the last 6 months. So I think he's looking forward to an Easter egg and a beer.
Congratulations, Peter. Well done. No doubt celebrations are in order. There's your champion, Matt Wiltshire, for 2012.
A simply magnificent performance from Matt Wiltshire at 20 years of age. And I said, Chris Perry, rarely have we seen the emotions flow like they have here at Stawell this afternoon.
Well, it feels like all of Ballarat here, and it was just an emotional, wonderful moment for Matt Wiltshire. 50 years since his grandfather was here, and it's a great moment for Stawell sport.
Of course, a lot of talk will be about John Stephenson and the fact that he pulled up short before the line.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure about that, but I think what happened was that John couldn't get to Wiltshire, and then basically Wiltshire had run away by that stage in a great performance.
A wild day weather-wise too. We haven't seen the likes of that for a while.
It is absolutely freezing here, Peter, but again, the sun is out.
I hope you've enjoyed being with us here at Central Park in Stawell for the Australia Post Stawell Gift.
The 2012 Stawell Gift, proudly brought to you by